be fun. Right, I need to get a banner up or something. Right, create a banner. Transfer rumours and banter. That'll do. Oh, I can't spell transfers today. And banter. There we go. That should be coming across the bottom. Scroll across the bottom. When it comes up. Oh, it's not there. Oh well. Right, let's go to YouTube and just mute myself so I can't hear myself speak. Oh, and thanks for the sub as well, Billy.
No problem, mate. No problem. Anytime. Always good to help out a fellow podcaster.
Right, guys. As you can see, it's me and Billy today. We're doing some transfer rumours and some banter, which is always good to hear. Right, so first things first, Billy, I watched your chat last night.
Yeah.
And you bollocks me over Smalling.
Yeah, there's always news coming in, and Barry's got a good source, so he gets some good stuff coming in, and we share that on our late night shows generally.
Do you think Smalling would be better than what we've got then? Would he fit in?
Manchester United Chris Smalling, possibly not. But Roma Chris Smalling, definitely. He's really improved as a defender since he's gone to Serie A.
Right.
Mourinho's getting the best out of him. He's not making the mistakes that he did over here. And I think that's down to playing with better players, I think, as well. Better defenders. Smalling's, he's definitely what I would probably think about taking if the big money deals don't go through. He's certainly better than what we've got. And he's of course he's 30, 31 now. He's getting on a bit. He's not as naive as he was. So I think he might be a good addition if we could get hold of him. If we had to get hold of him, I don't think we would be going for him, but if we had to, definitely be a good addition.
Right, I saw on the Magpie channel on YouTube that we're going to try and break our own record for Botman.
Well, it looks like we're going to have to. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to. That they're really playing hardball. Fact of the matter is, they need the money, and I think us laying back a little bit is kind of an effort of trying to make them pull back a little bit. This one might go further into the window before we get him. A lot of people are saying it could be a deadline day job. But if we don't get him now,
no, exactly.
If we don't get him now, there's a lot of clubs interested in him in the summer at a cheaper price.
Yeah, just like Arshavin was at Arsenal. He was, that went all the way.
Yeah, it did.
Right. So let's go to the two that we've already brought in.
Right.
Do you think Wood was a panic buy or because we haven't got a striker? Do you think Wood was panicked or?
Well, put it this way, if Callum Wilson hadn't got injured, I don't think we'd have been buying Chris Wood. To call it a panic buy might be a bit excessive. I think it's a good signing for what we need at the moment.
Yeah,
it's for the here and now. It's a lot of money. He's probably worth £25 million to a team in our situation.
Yeah.
Without a striker in the bottom three and weakening a rival at the same time. So I think it's a bit strong to call it a panic buy. It's definitely something we need.
Yeah, definitely needed.
But having said that, if Callum Wilson was still fit, I don't think we'd have made the transfer.
Yeah, true. Right, so let's get to these rumours that I've got on here. Marcos Sensi has been linked with us.
Sensi?
Yeah.
Not one I know, mate. I've got to be honest.
No, he plays for Feyenoord.
Oh, right.
Because I've been linked with Feyenoord's Marcos Sensi, Senesi.
Senesi, I've heard the name. Argentinian. He's a defender, so that kind of goes into the centre half kind of position. Formerly played for San Lorenzo, which of course was Colaccini's team.
Yeah.
So he's been at Feyenoord for a couple of years, 6-7 games. Centre half, I believe. Argentinian centre halves generally are rugged type players. I think he's one in case we can't get the two we're after, which is obviously is Carlos.
Botman. And Carlos, yeah. Who else have we linked with? Marin Fellaini, would you take him now? No, nor would I.
I would have took him 10 years ago.
Who else have we been linked with? Nikola, I can't even say bloody name. Milinkovic.
Oh, Milenkovic from Serie A. He plays for Serie A, doesn't he? Another centre half. Plays for
Fiorentina,
yeah. Centre back and can play full back also. 6'5", huge man, uncompromising defender.
Yeah, definitely.
Again,
we definitely need height at the back.
Yeah, only 24. Might find it hard to prize him away from Fiorentina, mind. But again, I think he'd be another one if we couldn't get hold of the two that we're looking at now, the main two, Carlos and Botman.
Because I watched the
good player.
Yeah, very good player. Yeah, I watched the Cambridge game. As you and Barry said, there was commitment there.
Yeah.
But we just couldn't get players into the box fast enough.
Yeah, that was the problem going without a striker, and then the man that was supposed to be playing as a central forward running all over the place and not going central, which it kind of kept ASM kept drifting out to the flanks, didn't he?
Yeah.
Running across the pitch back and forward. He had a very, very poor game, St. Maximin. Crossing the ball to people that weren't there, passing the ball to people that weren't there, and even in actual fact, it should have been him that was there in the first place.
Yeah.
We really lacked a striker against Cambridge. Had we played a striker, say if Chris would have signed last week, I think we'd have beat them 4-5-1. I do honestly.
Yeah.
We suffered for that.
What about Mr. De Beek? Would you bring him in?
Absolutely. Van der Beek would be a superb signing. Talks are meant to be going ahead Monday with Manchester United and Van der Beek himself. Meant to be a loan deal, although that is complicated by the fact we also want Dean Henderson.
Yeah. And
you can't loan two from the same club, so we'll have to see how that one progresses. But Van der Beek would be a fantastic signing for us. He really would. Amazing how he's not played for Man United.
No.
Makes no sense at all.
I hear we're going after a former player of ours as well. In Haidara. Why are we
different Haidara? Yeah, it's a different one.
Is it?
Yeah, Masadio. I think he's probably retired now. Funny enough, I had to talk about him this morning to Mark Halsey. And actually I managed to understand what he was saying about him, because he was the referee that was refereeing the game against Wigan, where McManaman kind of double-footed Masadio Haidara in the knee.
Yeah.
He didn't see it. He was blocked. This lad's played in Germany now, isn't he? He's a proper good player.
He's playing for Leipzig.
That's right. A really, really good player.
Amadou Haidara.
Amadou, that's right. Yeah, and he's apparently, by all accounts, at the moment, he's pricing himself out of the market wage-wise. His club are pricing him out of the market price-wise.
£80 million.
Yeah, he'd be a statement signing. But as the window progresses, anything can change, and if they want to sell, I wouldn't put that one to bed just yet. But yeah, really good player. Really good player.
Right. I am going to botch this name. Hugo
Ekiteke.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, this looks a real goer. A young lad, just his first season this year, 17 games, 8 goals. Did a brief YouTube spy mission on him, and of course they won't show the bits where he falls over the ball and misses open goals, but the bits that they do show. I mean, the lad's got class written all over him. He's like a mixture of Ronaldo and Carnu. Very, very good control. Got a trick or two. Good at finishing. Very tall and thin. Quite quick also. And if we can get hold of him for a half decent price, he's definitely one for the future.
Yeah, definitely.
Couldn't see him coming in and starting now, but definitely sit on the bench. Maybe give him half an hour as a sub. But yeah, this lad's got the world at his feet, mate. He's seriously a really good player. If he can steer clear of injuries, this lad's going to be something special.
Right, we're also looking at Bergwijn. I heard you talk about him last night on your
Tottenham, yeah,
on your chat. Would you?
Yeah, he'd be an interesting signing, wouldn't he? He's not really had a look in at Spurs.
No,
certainly since Conte has been there.
£15 million.
Not a bad deal for a very quick left-hand side winger, play right too. Just the position he plays, isn't it? We've got so many players out there already.
Yeah.
Isn't something we really need? We've got Maximum, Fraser, Murphy, at a push Almiron. I'm not sure it's a position we really need to strengthen, but yeah, hell of a player. And at that price, yeah, it would be a good buy, I think.
Who else we're looking at? It says here as well that Holgate we're looking at as well.
Everton, yeah.
Martin Holgate.
He's not getting on with Rafa, is he? For some reason, Rafa doesn't like the young players, does he?
No.
No. And Holgate, a year or two ago, was being talked up as the next England centre half, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
He can play fullback also. He's got pace. He's not a tall man. He's just 6 foot odd. Kind of dropped down his game lately, probably because of Rafa not playing him and what have you. But yeah, I wouldn't be averse to getting Mason Holgate in. I mean, a lot of people criticise him, but when he's been on form for Everton a year or two ago, looks an outstanding prospect.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you look back now to when Walker was quick, he used to bomb down them wings.
Yeah. Well, he still does, doesn't he, to be honest?
A little bit. Hey, Rain, how you doing, buddy? Rainy's saying, just tuning in on my break. Thought on Dean Henderson coming in.
It's a possibility.
Really?
It's a possibility. He wants out of Manchester United. I think the only way we'll get him in if the Van der Beek loan goes through is if we purchase him outright, and that's a possibility also. There's rumours that Dubravka wasn't going to be playing tomorrow. That seems to have lifted now. He's going to be on the bench because Darlow has COVID. Woodman, I think, is also ill. And it was meant to be Gillespie playing tomorrow, which was a horrendous store, but apparently Dubravka's kind of recovered a little bit.
Yeah.
It looks like he'll play now, but we need to strengthen our goalkeeper. Last week, the mistake Dubravka made, he's making more mistakes since he came back from this injury.
He is, yeah.
He's not the safe goalkeeper we had before.
No, well, if you look at when I heard you talk about Darlow making a load of mistakes when he knew that Martin was coming back.
Yeah.
You know, when we first signed Martin in, he was diving like Schmeichel was.
Yeah, especially the first game, the Man United game, he was absolutely outstanding, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. And to be fair to Dubravka, he's never really let us down. All goalkeepers made mistakes. Let's be honest about it. But they're becoming more commonplace with Martin Dubravka now, and
yeah,
I think it's a position we need to strengthen. Absolutely, I do. And it's a shame because I really like Martin Dubravka, top form, consistent top form.
Yeah,
we would be looking to replace a goalkeeper, but since that injury, he made a horrendous Ricky in the Euros, didn't he? Also for his country, and yeah, it's kind of. I'm not sure if it's confidence or what, but
he scored the own goal.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's down to confidence, and he seems to be getting injured more and more. Also,
yeah,
all the telltale signs are there that Martin Dubravka's on the wane, and I think we do need to look at a new number one goalkeeper. Absolutely, we do. And Dean Henderson fits the bill perfectly, in my opinion.
Yeah, true. I hear that we've offered 10 mil for Diop. Is that
West
true?
Ham?
Yeah, is that true or
possibly? We certainly after centre halves, that's for certain. And I think they've not just put their eggs in the one basket. I mean, if the Botman deal doesn't come off, they're going to have to look for another one. If the Carlos deal doesn't come off, back to square one. So it's a deal. Yeah, he's definitely on the list. I think they've definitely looked at him. If they'd have looked at him in his last game for West Ham or the game before, they probably would have turned away and ripped up the bit of paper he was on because he was absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
But all in all, he's a fair centre half deal.
Who else were we looking at? Cantwell. Cantwell is a very good shout.
Yeah, Dean Smith has kind of poo-pooed those rumours this morning.
Oh, is he?
Said Cantwell will probably be playing against Everton whenever they play them, is tomorrow or Sunday. But by the sound of it, Cantwell does want out and he does want to come to us. So we'll see where that one goes.
You see, it's like I was looking on Twitter yesterday and today, and there was somebody on there saying that we are now the biggest club in the world, and we are buying dog shit players. No, we're not. We're not buying dog shit players.
It's the position we're in. It's that dictates what kind of players we're getting in. And these players we're buying now are short-term buys to get us up that league, out of the relegation battle. Kieran Trippier is a quality player in England right back, captained England less than 4 months ago. Scored a fantastic free kick in the World Cup semi-final. Played in the European Championship final. He's a world-class right back. That's not a dog shit signing. Chris Woods is there to replace an injured Callum Wilson, and hopefully get us 6 to 10 goals in the time he's got with us. And next season it'll just be a squad player when we start bringing these players in, these higher name players, if you like. So they're not dog shit signings. No, I agree with you. They're signings that are suited to where we are on the table. Because right at this moment, we're not going to attract the top names like you Mbappe's and your Neymars and your.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not going to happen. You know.
That's from Baz saying Henderson would be fantastic for us.
Yeah, he would be, absolutely.
He would be, Baz. Yes, he would be. Right, so there's others here. Origi and Solanke. Would you take either of them two?
Probably take Origi. Not so much on Solanke. But by all accounts, Origi won't be going anywhere because of the players that they've lost to the African nations. And the Origi thing, I mean, you look at his career, he spent the last 3 years happy to sit on a bench.
Yeah.
Does he have the ambition to be a starter somewhere? You know, his international career's gone by the wayside because he's not starting games.
No.
I mean, 2014 World Cup, he was Belgium's starting striker, you know.
Yeah.
And since then, he's been overtaken by Benteke, Batshuayi, all sorts of players. Yeah. Because he's happy to sit on the bench. What he does do for Liverpool is when it matters, he comes on and scores goals for them. But why he isn't starting for them is down to his attitude, I would guess. Obviously, they've got a great forward on Liverpool. It's going to be hard for him to get in. But most professionals would want to wait to kind of get first team football. Origi didn't seem bothered to do so. So you've got to question his attitude a little bit.
You see, it could be his attitude, or could be Klopp.
Could be maybe just happy to sit on the bench, getting the money each week. But when Klopp's called on him, you know, he's never let him down. He's crucial games too, you know, European Champions League semi-finals and winning goals here and there and everywhere. He's never let him down, and I think that's why Klopp wants to keep hold of him. You know, he's a fantastic super sub, kind of in the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer role, isn't he? That kind of super sub.
Bamba Dieng, is that the striker for Marseille as well?
Yeah, don't know much about him. Whether that would be a priority if we don't get Ekitike, which is kind of, I think he's the one they're after. But I guess if we don't get him, he'll be the one they'll be after.
Yeah, 15 million euros is the asking price.
It's cheap, isn't it? Cheap price. Obviously, that'll go up when we go in with bids, mind. His name, Dieng, is it? Bamba Dieng?
Yeah, Dieng.
And what's his first name?
Bamba.
Bamba.
Yeah.
Let's have a quick look at him. Let's have some stats on him. So, yeah, he's Bamba Dieng, plays for Marseille, number 12, 18 appearances this year, 4 goals.
So that's 1 in what? 1.5?
4.5.
Yeah.
It's not as good a record as Ekiteke is, and he's a bit older at the same time. So 3 games for Senegal. I think he's probably at the AFCON at the minute. He is at the AFCON, so that's one that wouldn't happen until the end of the window anyway. So I'm going to just kind of say that one won't happen. And Ekiteke will be the first choice as a future striker. This lad will be one for the future, but yeah, I want to say that one will definitely happen. He's like you say, his goal record's not as good as Ekiteke is. So
no. I heard Paul talking about Ramsey being done. Can you see it coming over the line?
Yeah, I can. I can see that coming over the line. And he comes out of isolation at the weekend. I think we'll hear more about that in the next week. He's been training in London, so he's in the country. His agents have been at St James's Park. We're not the only ones in for him, mind. But the wages that Alan Ramsey's on, I guess that they'll be after the bigger wages, and I guess we're the ones that can pay the biggest.
Yeah.
So I think that's a definite goer.
Yeah, it's like what's his name? Dingy, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
He booed us. He goes to everybody. I want London. Then he goes to freaking Villa.
Yeah, Digney. Yeah. I'm not sure. I think there's better left backs than Lucas Digney to get hold of. I mean, Villa's got a good sign in there, but I mean, I wouldn't be averse going after their left back at the minute. Target. I mean, he's a good solid defensive player, but left back wise, I think Tagliafico from Ajax is one that's been mentioned. He'd be a better buy, in my opinion, than Lucas Digney. Absolutely, fantastic player.
What about Titi?
Injury prone, very injury prone. If keeping fit is a fantastic player, fantastic centre half. But that's the problem. Barcelona haven't been able to keep him fit, and hence why they're trying to get him out the door, because there's a big wage and they're not playing. He's not playing, so not for me. Not for me. Again, it's the same scenario as the others. If the 2 centre halves we're after, big time, are Carlos and Botman.
Yeah. Because on the owners saying that the marquee signing is going to be a nice midfielder for us.
So I've heard. And you can say a million names, we probably won't get it, but I reckon they want him here. They want him in the door before we go to Saudi Arabia on that training tour.
Yeah,
because they want to parade him in Saudi Arabia. This new statement signing, whoever he is. I don't think it'll be Aaron Ramsey. I don't think that's a big enough name for the Saudis to kind of get behind. So we're looking at a bigger name than that. Haidara's possibly big enough. The one we mentioned last night was Alexander Golovin from Monaco.
Yeah.
Whether he'd be big enough as a statement signing, I'm not too sure either. So maybe this one's kind of gone under the radar a bit, and we don't know actually who the statement signer is going to be.
Maybe.
Which is exciting, isn't it?
Very. Seeing as we've had to wait 15 years.
Well, that's right. That's right. It's been a long time. But I believe that we will break our transfer record in this window. I do, honestly.
You see,
and we're going to have to.
Yeah, you see, people look at my profile on Twitter and on YouTube, and they look at me and go, "Yeah, brother, you're a Southerner." I don't care.
Makes no odds. I mean, I hardly sound like a broad Geordie, do I? Let's be honest. I've got black and white blood flowing from my veins. That's all that matters.
And me as well.
My dad was a massive Newcastle United supporter. His dad came from the northeast. That's where it comes from for me, and family was. But it doesn't matter. If you get an affinity to a club, I don't know when yours was. I'm guessing a 90s man, perhaps.
When Shearer came in, so
1996. Yeah, there you go. You got your affinity. Yeah. Of course, Alan Shearer at that time was the best number 9 traditional centre forward in the world at that time.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm saying traditional because I'm not counting Ronaldo 9 as a traditional centre forward because he had everything. He was an unbelievable player. But
it's like
go on, mate.
It's like when you look at our nods we've had, Ferdinand, Shearer, Cisse, Martins.
Yep.
Now, I think the best number 9 we've had was Shearer and Cisse.
Right.
Because Cisse scored that goal against Chelsea, and there's check going. Where's that fucking ball going?
Yeah, unbelievable goal, wasn't it? And look, the first goal weren't bad either, was it? The way he took it down and volleyed it in, it was an absolutely superb double. And as a finisher, I tend to agree with you. I think out of the 4, you'd have Cisse just behind Shearer, because Cisse's finishing is absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
You see, when they brought him in, I was going to myself, he looks good, but can he play in that formation? Was that under Robson? We had him in, or was it under?
Cisse?
Yeah, it was under.
Pardew.
Yeah,
Pardew.
Pardew.
Yeah, I mean, we've been looking at him for a long time. He scored bags of goals in France, bags of goals for Freiburg in Germany. And it was that January window, wasn't it? And Demba Ba had been doing really, really well. And we were pushing for like European places, and he came in and just scored hatfuls of goals in between the end, then the end of the season. Hatfuls every week he was scoring. And Ben Arthur was cooking on full gas, playing, and we were a good side that year. And Cisse came in and kind of put the eyes on the cake with the goals he scored. I'd never seen a striker as kind of accurate as him. He never failed to hit the target.
No.
Sometimes there were easy shots for the goalkeeper to make, but if he caught the ball, Christ, there was no way anyone was saving it. You know, and
who would you say our joke number 9 signing has been so far?
Joke number 9.
Yeah.
We've had some bad ones over the years, good grief. But before you became a fan, there was a bloke called Rob McDonald who came in, he played in Holland, and crikey, he was absolutely diabolical. I couldn't hit a cow's arse with a banjo. Serious to God. And every second touch was a tackle because he couldn't control the ball. Horrendous. And then we've had players like Andreas Anderson who came in, who was known more for his mushroom haircut than anything else. He was crap. I'm trying to think of others. There's been quite a few of them. I mean, John Dahl Thomason, unfortunately for him, when he came in and Shearer got injured, Ferdinand left, and he was forced to play as a striker when he wasn't really a striker. He was kind of a cam centre forward type, played just off the front man. And he couldn't get a goal full of the money.
No.
We let him go, and within 3 or 4 years, he was playing for the Champions League winners. So, just kind of missed out on him. But for Newcastle, he wasn't great. What have we had since Cisse? Oh God, Riviere, Ossolu. We've had some bad ones, some real bad ones. I mean, Riviere was probably the worst. He was dreadful.
Yeah, it's like everybody was talking when Mr. Head. I will not say his name. Mr. Head brought in a £40 million flop, but though since then, under Howe, he's been fantastic.
He has, but not as a striker, has he? He's not been playing as a striker now.
No,
and it's strange. Last week they pushed him up a little bit, played him as a more advanced role, and he was back to being shit again. They've kind of found a role for Joe Linton. Unfortunately, it's not as a striker, but it's certainly as a centre midfield player.
Yeah,
who can get up and down, tackle, bully people off the ball, powerful, quick, nice touch.
Yeah,
put him further up the pitch, and I'm afraid as soon as he gets in front of goal, he just turns into jelly, doesn't he? Absolutely, yeah, he does. He turns into jelly. He used to be someone called Lee Clark played for us years ago. We used to call him Jigsaw. Every time he got in the box, he went to pieces. And Joe Linton's like that. I mean, he turned down shots last week, but he should have had shots. He passed the ball off, but he should have had shots. So yeah, he's not a striker, and that's one thing Steve Bruce never kind of understood.
No.
Obviously, if you're training twice a week instead of every day of the week, like
Yeah, I
every other
know.
kid in the world is.
It was madness. It's like I watched our young mate Adam when Hal first came in. He was at that ground within 13 hours.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
and people are fucking moaning about him. You know. I'm looking at him. He's what 20, 21, 22 he's of age, something like that. And he's doing it. And
dedicated.
Yeah,
that's all he is, dedicated.
Yeah, and there's people moaning at him that he's left uni to do a job which he loves.
Yeah, I mean, people have got no right to criticise what people do in their careers, have they? Let's be honest.
Mm.
And Adam's a dedicated professional, and he puts the hard hours in to create the great content that he does, and he's getting rewarded for it. And rightly so, you know, fair play to Adam.
Yeah, it's like me. If you look at my profile for this, it's a journey that I want to do.
Yeah.
It's going to take me a few years just to get the trust of the fan base.
Yeah.
And there's people saying to me, "Oh, are you going to give it up?" 2 words, FO.
Yeah, quite right. I mean, you're not hurting anyone. You're enjoying what you're doing. People are enjoying watching what you're doing. So, well, end of the day, it's all about, isn't it?
Watching.
It's entertainment, isn't it? You got 2 watching now, so
yeah.
Who knows? We'll advertise it afterwards, and maybe people will pop in and.
You see, you see, with me, I do Twitch as well.
Yeah.
But on there, right? Let's say on here, subs are free, aren't they?
Yeah.
On Twitch, they take half of my sub money.
Right. Yeah, once you get to 1,000 subs, then you can start. The money will start pouring in, dribs and drabs, and then obviously the more subs you get, the more money you get. And once you get your subs, and then you get your membership up and things like that.
Yeah,
and you get advertising as well. You know, it's the 1,000 subscriber is the big one. Once that happens, everything follows from there. We reached our 1,000 in November time. You know, we were going nowhere. We had 200, 300 subscribers in kind of August, September time.
Yeah.
Put the content out by November. We had 1,000, and now we're over 2. You know, in 6 weeks we've got 1,000. So as you get to 1,000, it becomes a snowball, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, it's just it's like I told Baz, I want to try and do different content.
Yeah.
About Newcastle, but though it means me copying people like you, Paul, which I don't want to do. No, I don't want to copy other podcasters. You know.
Well, we'll have our own unique take on things. It might be the same subject, but we will have our own unique take on things. You know, we're trying to put unique stuff out there. I think everyone is, but it's hard to be totally unique, isn't it? Because we're talking about the same subject. So, all we're about copying. Just change the name of your show to something different. I don't know. Did someone else think of a wacky name, and that'll bring people in?
Yeah,
you know,
me wacky names.
That's the way to do it. Is have something that will entice the people in, and once you've got them in, keep them entertained. And that's what we do, really. I mean, our transfer rumour show generally is 10 minutes of transfer talk, and the rest of it we turn into bloody the 4 Horsemen again.
Yeah,
the late night one, especially.
yeah. It's like I sent Baz a tweet on his messages. I said, what I'm going to do on the when is it? On the 24th, when Paul's live on. Hang on, Monday. It's the 4 Horsemen.
Yeah.
So it will be the rumour mill. I'm going to donate £30 to the food bank that Dave supported.
That's brilliant gesture, mate. Brilliant gesture. Yeah.
Even though I didn't know Dave personally, thanks to Barry tweeting me out,
Mm-hmm.
Dave actually followed me on Twitter.
Yeah, he's a lovely man. He was a lovely man, mate. He was serious to God. He was one of life's absolute gentlemen, and I was honoured to do. I know your fans with him. Barry does a show called Know Your Fans where he talk about how he got into Newcastle United, and I was honoured that mine and his were the same show. We did it together, and that was only about a week before he sadly passed away. You know, and really, really honoured. And I've worked on many podcasts with David, and he was a lovely, lovely fella. Never a bad word to say about anyone.
You just giving me an idea there.
Well, the Know Your Fan things, it's a great idea. We've got great views for it, and especially, I mean, it's a horrible thing to say, but since Dave passed, more people are watching that show to get another memory of him, you know.
Yeah.
But it was just a genuine nice man, you know.
Yeah.
You know, his thoughts weren't for himself. He did put so much work into the food bank, so much work into talking about his love, Newcastle United, so much work into archery, because he was a massive archery man in this country. You know, he was our British Olympic official at the archery in London 2012. You know,
really, I never knew that.
Not competing, but as an official. Yeah, he was involved in all the organisation of the Olympic archery in 2012.
Yeah, I watched on YouTube when Junior Turner.
Yeah,
I think Paul and Dave was there at the Irish Centre.
Yeah,
the NUFC Matters.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you what, when he started singing that, I was just sitting here trying to hold back the tears.
Hard, isn't it? It gets the hairs in the back of your neck standing up,
hard,
doesn't it?
Yeah.
And he's got a lovely voice, hasn't he?
And then when Paul played it on his channel, and then when they came back on, Danielle and who was the other one?
Yeah.
No, Danielle and the other female who was
Jade.
Jade. It just caught me, you know.
Well, they were definitely emotional. I thought they'd forgot to turn off. I thought they'd. But you know what? Watching it was hard to watch because I thought they'd failed to turn off the live button. Thought they were not live, but they weren't. But they would just kind of being emotional about the song and what they felt meant to them.
Yeah,
I did that show with them as well. You know, it was a hard show to do. It really was.
Yeah, it's like I felt sorry for Annie. I felt really sorry for.
Yeah, I think Annie got me. Annie really, because Dave used to really stick up for Annie.
Yeah,
we all take the piss out of him, and not in a not nasty way, obviously, just in a jovial Bristol City shit way.
Yeah.
And Dave always used to stick up for him. You know, all proper. You know, had his back. And, and that was kind of how it was, and you know, and Annie really did get emotional about it. You know, it's probably the first person maybe that he's ever known to pass away, and when Annie lost it, I mean, I got to be honest, I did too. Yeah, the tears started to flow then with me, that's for certain. And it was a sad night and one we didn't expect to be making. Obviously, it was a shock when it happened.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, obviously, at the Watford game, Paul's been in touch with the club, and Dave's picture is going to be shown on the screen between the 6th and 9th minute. So the whole stadium will be clapping for Dave. His family's going to be there. It's such a fantastic thing for Paul to do. A fantastic thing for the club to reciprocate. They sent flowers to the house as well.
You see,
which is something we've done before.
If that was under the other regime, they'd go, nah, fuck off.
Probably, you know, Paul said last night, Mike Ashley would probably sent him a fucking Sports Direct mug or something. You know, it's hard to actually look back at those times and think actually that's the history now. That's done, because they were awful, weren't they? They were awful times where he took the piss out of us for 14 years. You think of the things he did. He surrounded that stadium with Sports Direct signs. Didn't pay a bean for them. No. Pocketed all the transfer money. Hardly spent any money. And just treated us with a contempt for 14 years and used the club as an advertising hoarding for his shit fucking sports shop. Let's be honest.
You see, it's like I tell people when we sold Carol for the first time for £1 million.
Yeah.
Actually promised us that money. We never saw a penny of it.
Who did he replace him with? Fucking what's his name? Cucci, Seth Cucci, for nothing. You know. Yeah, he didn't. He never spent that money ever. You know that money never came, and that was straight in his trousers.
Yeah.
The prize money we got for finishing high up in the league, and you know, you get. I think we got 117 million 1 year finishing 10th. Never saw a bean of it.
No.
Year we finished 5th. Think of that year we must have made 150 million pounds on the back of finishing 5th, and that the next transfer window he signed Vernon and Anita. Nah.
You see, under his regime, his transfer policy was buy young, sell for the profit.
Yeah, exactly.
When we brought in Johan Goodbye, that was a good signing.
It was.
But then, Palace came in. Oh, see ya.
PSG he went to.
Oh, was it PSG first, was it?
Yeah, he went to PSG. What happened there was, that was the only ever transfer window where Newcastle United, under Ashley's regime, got all the work done early. We brought in Kabay, Ben Arfa, Tiote. Just a fantastic window. We ended up finishing 5th. And after that, he never, ever did his work early. You know.
No.
It was scandalous, really. I mean, success came from it. I think what he was doing it for was to kind of placate Alan Pardew, because he knew Alan Pardew wasn't popular with the fans. So he had to support him in some way and give him a decent transfer kitty. Graham Carr found the players, brought them in, you know, and that season was the best season they had him do, actually, wasn't it? And
it's like
repeat that, I'll never know.
No, we won't. It's like people I asked people who was the only manager apart from Pardew that Ashley backed. Can you name me the only manager?
McLaren, general.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's the only manager he backed.
Yeah, you're right. And McLaren bought some good players in, just didn't have a clue how to manage them, where to pick them.
£80 million he spent on players that season.
Yeah. Gini Wijnaldum, Mitrovic, there was others as well, wasn't there? But yeah, I mean, again,
would you take Wingy? Would you bring Wingy back?
Wijnaldum?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would, but I don't think he wants to. I think that's I think he's got his sights set on higher things. He's not going to get PSG. By all accounts, Arsenal want him. I don't think he wants to come back into a relegation battle again. He's been there once before with us, hasn't he? Yeah. Since then, he's obviously improved as a player immensely under Klopp at Liverpool. Amazed actually that he doesn't get a game for PSG because they're picking Idrissa Gueye ahead of him. And I don't think Idrissa Gueye is in the same quality as Junior Wijnaldum. But
no,
that's how it is. And he wants out of PSG, but I don't think he wants to step back into a relegation battle with Newcastle. He's already done it. Maybe if he stays at PSG till the summer, maybe we'll bring him in the summer. I don't know, but he's getting on a bit. Remember?
Yeah, he's getting. Yeah, it's like last season. I read about ASM going to saying to us, "Oh no, I'll stay for next season, but I don't want to be in a relegation battle."
Be interesting to see what it is in summer, wouldn't it? Be very interested.
Yeah.
Because the potential is there, obviously, not to be in the relegation battle next season. Because if we do stay up, and I think it's a case of when, not if. I think we will stay up.
Yeah.
Obviously, the high quality of players will be coming in. You might see ASM being one of those that Eddie Howe doesn't fancy, and the way he's performed generally this year, you could understand why he wouldn't want him. Because he's been a shadow of the player he was under Steve Bruce and Eddie Howe.
It's like Paul says. He's got no final product.
Absolutely. When he plays, everything's about ASM, isn't it? ASM likes to beat players and then go back and beat them again rather than create a chance.
Yeah.
You know, we saw how fantastic he can be against Manchester United. He was absolutely outstanding that day.
I'll tell you what, I would love to get Paul in here and just hear him rant about ASM.
He's right in what he says. I mean, last Saturday he was basically doing shuttle runs across the 18-yard box.
He was, yeah.
You know, didn't provide us with anything whatsoever. Awful performance. They're the games you got to cut them games out, especially against League One opposition, for Christ's sake. I mean, really, Everton should have been scoring 4 or 5 goals against them, really. But yeah, just didn't fancy them at all, did he?
It's like I sat here with the stream on.
Mm-hmm.
I looked on Facebook for the team news, and I'm looking. I'm thinking, where's the striker?
I think you can criticise Eddie Howe with that, because we knew Callum Wilson wasn't playing. So why didn't he get young Stevenson training with the first team and give him a go? He's a striker. Put a striker in. I mean, Roy Gale had COVID, so he couldn't play. So get the youth, get the under 23 lad. He's banging them in for fun for the under 23s. Give him a chance. I don't think we're going to see any youth brought into the team this season, because if we couldn't play him against Cambridge, he's not going to play him in a Premier League game. Eddie Anderson's the other one. Should definitely have had a game.
Well,
I mean, Sean Longstaff. Crikey, how bad was he last week?
God, please don't. I was sitting here on my bed watching the game, and I'm going to myself, who is that bloody beanpole?
He was absolutely awful, honestly. And we've got some news about Sean Longstaff. Apparently, he's about to sign a new contract.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Eddie Howe was asked about it at the presser today, and we've offered him a new contract. So the rumours of him going to Everton might not be true.
I still think we should have took that fucking money from him.
Of course we should. Yeah. 50 million quid. Crikey, imagine how sick Man United fans would be now. I mean, it's bad enough they're playing McTominay and Fred, but they're streets ahead of Sean Longstaff, let's be honest.
Yeah, they are, yeah. You see, what it is with us, with these new owners, I know everybody's saying it, we've got to be patient.
Yeah.
With this transfer window.
Yeah.
But surely in the run up to the takeover,
yeah,
and this window, surely they would have been looking at players, saying, right, we need that strengthened, that strengthened, that strengthened, and that strengthened.
I think they have. I think it's fair to say that they have, because we've been after all these positions. We know we need centre half. We're after centre half. We know we need a striker. We've got a striker. We're still after another one. You know, there's lots of players linked. It's just the fact that the clubs that we're buying off know we've got lots of money and they're playing hard ball, and that's where the issue comes in.
Yeah, it's like I think Barry said what they'll do. They'll add another 0 onto the end of it.
Of course they do. Yeah, of course they do. Because I know that we're the richest club in the world 20 times over than anyone else. And they know that we're desperate. We're desperate as well. It's not only the fact that we've got the money, we're desperate for players to get us out of the shit we're in. So that adds more money to it. So yeah, it's hard ball. They're playing hard ball, and
what can we actually spend this window?
Because of Mike Ashley didn't spend nothing over 14 years. I think our financial fair play window is pretty high. So rumours are we can spend 500 million over 2 years. So
that's a fucking war chest.
That's a proper transfer war chest, you're right. And I wouldn't be surprised if we spent over 200 million this window. I wouldn't be surprised. But it's getting the clubs that we're buying off to kind of play ball.
Yeah, true.
That's the hard bit.
Yeah, it is. Because like we said though, we've got the money now to bring the players in, but we just can't get them.
It's not just the clubs; it's the players themselves that we're buying. I mean, some players don't want to come to relegation battles because some players want to play Champions League football. Yeah, or it's something we can't offer. So, yeah, it's a double-edged sword. It's the clubs that are playing hard ball because they know we've got the money, and it's the players knowing we're in 19th in the Premier League, fighting against relegation.
Yeah,
it's not easy. But if we could just get out this shit this year, then I think in the summer you'll see a lot of money being spent in the summer on top quality players.
Yeah, because we all know who to blame for this league spot.
Mm-hmm.
It's the head.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
You see, with him playing his 5-3, was it 5-3-2 every game? 5-3-2 that doesn't work.
It's sad to short defence up, but yet he was still conceding more goals than anyone else. It didn't make any sense. You know, in that situation, you might as well go for goals, and you're going to concede the goals anyway. You must at least try and score some goals at the same time. Playing players out of position week in, week out, sticking with players who are playing really poorly, training twice a week, injuries galore. You know, it was a catalogue of disaster. And let's be honest, we all knew that was going to happen because we all know how shit, as you call him, the head is.
He's
been shit his whole career. You know, he's the worst Premier League manager statistically, and that's fact. You can't argue with stats.
No. It's like was it rumoured that he spent £140 million in the
yeah, something like that. And he's during he was it time he was here, yeah, something like that. 165 million, I believe it was, in his 2 years.
On shit players.
Yeah, Joe Linton 40 million, and it's took Eddie Howe to realise that he's not striker in 2 minutes. And it took Steve Bruce 2 years not to understand that. You got the money for ASM, that was 20 odd million. Callum Wilson was 20 million.
Willock.
Emil Kraft was 5 million. I mean, Emil Kraft, for Christ's sake.
Willock.
Joe Willock, 25 million. Been shite since he signed for us again. So yeah, there's been a lot of money spent and not a lot of. You need to block that comment. The third comment, don't put it up. Just block it because it's spam.
Oh yeah, block user. Yeah.
Yeah, block user.
There we go. I do have a mod, but he's not online at the minute.
Yeah, all those kind of Greek Russian type things, all spam, and so I don't know what happens if you ever click on it, but you need to just block it straight away. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always 3 letters, dot 3 letters. It's some, I don't know what it is, but it's a load of shite. Just get rid of it. They've been kind of flooding all of our streams with it lately.
Yeah.
So you can feel honoured. At least they're watching.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like on Twitch. I get these follow bots. Do you want to buy followers, bits, subscribers? No.
What do you do on Twitch? Do you a bit of gaming, bit of
gaming, yeah.
Or FIFA?
No, FM.
Oh, Football Manager.
Yeah, too right, mate. And guess who I play as?
I'm going to say Eddie Howe. Newcastle United.
Yeah.
I used to do that back in the day myself, years ago.
Yeah, and my starting transfer budget is 200 million quid.
Brilliant. More than that next year.
Love the game. Yeah, but Twitch at the minute has just gone crazy because you've got all these American streamers out there doing Mario, Pokemon, Zelda, which I can't compete against.
I know 2Sync to do a Twitch stream, don't they, for their FIFA stuff?
Yeah.
I know Goldbridge does a FIFA thing on there and all, doesn't he? So, I mean, he's good to watch, Goldbridge.
Yeah, FIFA's very popular on there at the minute.
Yeah.
You've got FIFA, Mario Maker, SMB3, Zelda.
Fortnite, they still do Fortnite now.
Fortnite has freaking died down.
Has it?
Yeah, Fortnite has just died down on that one. You got Phomophobia, which is a ghost hunting game.
My lad's good at Fortnite. I was the worst Fortnite player in the world, I think.
And me as well, and me. I was like, how do I shoot?
Exactly, yeah. I was get killed after 0.3 of a second every time I played it.
Yeah, it's like bang. It's like I watch on YouTube. I watch what are they called? Ben and Elliot.
Right.
And he what's his name? Ben Phillips. If you ever watched him on YouTube,
yeah,
he just pulls the worst pranks on his brother. he hacked his Fortnite account and spent 100,000 V coins. Elliot just fucking raged.
I like them. I like two things they used to do. They don't do it anymore, but they used to do the pranks all the time.
Yeah, Ben and Elliot. He's a multi-millionaire now, isn't he? Ben Phillips.
I guess so. I mean, it's, the money's there if you put the hard yards in. That's for certain. And I think that's why Adam went professional with it. I mean, stopped his university credit. He can always go back to that, can't he? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He can always go back to his studying.
Yeah.
But...
people ask me, are you doing YouTube and Twitch for the money? No.
Yeah, you can't, can you? You can't because you can't guarantee it. It's not a guaranteed wage, is it? Let's be fair. But Adam's got that many views now. He can't he? So
yeah,
how long it lasts, who knows?
It's like I live with my landlord because I'm his carer. So
right.
So I've got that income coming in.
Yeah.
But though anything I earn extra is a boost to me, you know.
Of course it is.
You know, but though YouTube is going to take time, but you know,
as long as you enjoy doing it, it doesn't matter, does it? You know, it's hardly work. Let's be honest. Doing this is hardly work. Talking to someone online, it's not work. It's not hard work, is it at all?
It's like
enjoyment, really.
It was like I was live on Twitch one night, and I had this kid come in, and he goes, what's your age rating? I said 18 plus. He goes, I'm 17 or 16. I said, right, that's fine, as long as you don't mind a few curse words.
Yeah.
And then someone came in and said, why are you talking to a 16-year-old kid when your channel is at 18 plus? It's online. It's not in fucking real life.
Yeah.
You know. It's like on here, I am trying to curb my language, but on Twitch, every second word is F this and F that.
If you're playing a game, you can't avoid it. I do it, and I'm on my own when I'm playing FIFA. You know, never swearing. I'm the only person in the house I'm swearing, not mad at it.
Yeah.
But on here, like you say, I mean, people don't want to hear the language really. I mean, like you say, it's hard to curb, and that's for the advantage of doing the late night stuff because the kids ain't watching. But of course, they can watch the next day. But
yeah,
you put your 18 plus thing on, and the Four Horsemen, for instance, is 18 plus.
Yeah,
but we don't really kick off with the bad stuff till after 9 o'clock. So there's a kind of self watershed put in, if you like.
Yeah, it's like I watched Paul. I think it was about last month. He goes, I am now going to try and curb my language. I will give Paul his juice. He has curbed it quite a bit.
well, that's why the Horsemen's now in World of Sport and not on Student Review, because he wanted to kind of make it more family orientated, and credit to him for that. But Barry managed to persuade him to bring it to the World of Sport.
Yeah.
Put the rumour mill on there. It's nothing like the Four Horsemen. It's a adult chat about football and other stuff. I mean, we did Tuesday night? We did a transfer rumour show, and it ended up talking about my date for the rest of the night, and it was.
Yeah, I know. I watched. I'm thinking, it's football, not Billy's fucking date.
Yeah, so that kind of went off tangent and caused Paul in pain as well at the time. So every time he laughed, he was in absolute agony. But it was a great show. It got great views. And that's what it's all about, I suppose, at the end of the day.
Yeah. Right. So let's go on to the Watford game. What formation do you think he will go with?
I'll be very surprised if he doesn't go 4-2-3-1. And have the runners running off Chris Wood up front. And the thing is, when we played Chelsea earlier in the season, when we got beat, when we played off the park 3-0, it was horrendous to watch. We kept hoofing the ball out and enticing them back onto us and hoofing the ball back to them.
Yeah.
With Chris Wood on the side, that doesn't happen because you've got someone to challenge for the ball and hold the ball up and allow your players to get forward. That's what's going to happen from now on. We're playing Watford tomorrow, I think, probably the second poorest side in the league. I mean, we played them off the park at Vicarage Road. Should have beat them. It was only down to Jacob Murphy's last-minute horrific effort trying to chip the keeper. But we didn't beat them. Yeah, so I'll fancy to go 4-2-3-1. Maybe go 4-1. 4-1. You could happen like that. I don't know, but we'll certainly be more attacking than what we have been under Steve Bruce.
Yeah.
I can't see us playing 5 at the back. No. Watford's forward line's depleted as it is. There's no Sarr. The chances are Dennis might not be playing, although they kind of think he will be playing, which kind of raises questions about why he wasn't allowed to go to the AFCON. They might face sanctions for that to do play Dennis. But yeah, I think we'll go with the attacking lineup, and I think we'll play him off the park. I'll be honest with
you. Here we go. A tweet from Joe Halliday. From the Premier League straight down to League One. That will never happen.
I think he might be talking about someone else close to us.
Yeah.
Sunderland.
Oh, poor Mackin bastards. I watched on YouTube. Somebody was singing a song about them when they first left the Premier League. Oh, who was it? It was somebody with a guitar, and they were singing a song about them when they went down. I was just in fucking stitches here. It's like, Sunderland, you deserve to be down there.
Did you see Chris Maguire's goal celebration of the night?
No.
Well, Chris Maguire played for Sunderland for years. Last season, they played us in the Pizza Cup, our under-23s. Right. And he scored and celebrated like he'd won the World Cup. So, close season comes. They sell him to Lincoln, and on Tuesday night, he scored a hat-trick against them. Now, the first goal, he wasn't going to celebrate, so he kind of put his arms down, and he thought, bollocks, I'm going to celebrate.
Yeah.
And he sprinted from like next to the goal to right in front of the Sunderland manager, and he's doing this in front of him. And in the end, the Sunderland manager got sent to the stands. Yeah, so that was really. I
wonder why.
Funny. Really funny.
I wonder why. Yeah. It's just like John said. Our fan base can be a bit toxic sometimes, but you know, after 14 years of what we've had to incur.
Yeah, it's understandable, isn't it? Let's be honest. I mean, really understandable, and it's not nice when it's vented on innocent people, mind you.
Yeah.
And it does get done that way. It's wrong, but you know, we've suffered. We've had no one suffered like us. We've had the worst owner in English football history. Let's be honest. Played our club for 14 years, and he's been a parasite on our finances. He's been a parasite to our enjoyment. We've not had any enjoyment at all, virtually 14 years. Yeah, things are changing now, and people expect immediate change. It doesn't work like that. We've got to pull ourselves out of shit he's left us in. So, once that happens, then we can start enjoying it. And And yeah, until that happens, then you're going to get the toxicity amongst the fans, and they're not happy. Because at the end of the day, you go to watch a football match first for your team to win, but at the same time, you want to be entertained.
Yeah.
No, we haven't been winning games. We've won one game all season, so the fan base is going to be not in the best kind of mood, is it? Let's be honest.
No.
One game all season. That includes all the cups. You know, we've only kept 2 clean sheets, both against the same side, Burnley, and so you've got to expect the fans to not be chipper all the time. I mean, yeah, our fans are. Our fans still turn out, I think, 2,000 people cheering the side. Flags, you know, the flags. You know, when we played Man City, we were 4-4 down, and yet the flags were still going. They were still cheering the side on. We've got a great fan base, but you can't expect us to be kind of happy all the time because we're one pissing game all season.
No, it's like when Paul said about Willock walking down the tunnel. That seems just fucking rude to me, you know.
Yeah, it's a bit disrespectful. Let's be honest. I mean, people are paying hard-earned money, and let's be honest, money isn't at a surplus at the minute. They still turn out week in, week out. You know, you should really respect them and show some appreciation to them. But I'm going to say last Saturday, the players on that pitch, and I would have been embarrassed by the performance also. But fair play to Trippier. He did drag a couple of them out and did clap the fans, and you know, it's one of those situations. Some players are like that, and I mean, Joe Willock did it at Anfield as well. For instance, he walked straight down the tunnel. But Joe Willock couldn't perform into the standards he set last season. Let's be honest, he's a shadow of the player we had last season. It must be playing hard on him how he's not performing, and maybe it's down to changing position. I think it's down to lack of fitness. I think when we signed him in the summer, he had a minimal pre-season, then he came into our training regime of once a week training. Then he picked up an injury and was forced to play with it. So I think once he gets himself sorted, you might not see the best of Joe Willock till next season. I think definitely a player in there. We've seen it. We know there's a player in there. So once he gets himself fully fit, I think we'll be okay with Joe Willock.
Yeah, everybody's saying that he'd been bruised.
Absolutely. The first 3 months of the season has kind of tainted the rest of his season. And the best thing Eddie Howe could probably do is just say to him, look, we know you're not cooking on full gas. We know you've got niggles. We know you're not fully fit. We know you've not had a proper pre-season. It's hard to catch up. You can't catch up. A lot of the players have caught up, mind. I mean, but Joe Willock didn't seem to have been so.
Shelby.
Certainly has. Yeah.
J7, you know.
The fact of the matter is, it's hard. It's much. You waste a lot more energy when you're playing without the ball for 90 minutes than what you do with it. You know, when you've got the ball, it's an easy game to play. I mean, you're chasing the ball around for 90 minutes without it, and that's how our kind of percentage is. We never have the majority of possession in games, and some games it was 80-20 against. You know.
Yeah, it's like people have asked me, are you looking forward to the transfer window? This is the first window I can actually enjoy. You know.
Yeah, it's novel, isn't it? It's something we aren't used to.
And also, I can wear this with pride.
Absolutely, of course you can. And we link with all and sundry, and it's great. And not only that, I mean, when was the last time we signed a full England international or current England international? We've done that with Kieran Trippier. It's been a long time. I reckon it's Michael Owen, I do.
Stephen Carr?
Yeah, he was before Owen, wasn't he? But yeah, he was full Ireland international then. But I mean, I think England-wise, you're looking at Michael Owen. I can't think of one since.
Owen, I think with Owen, what he's been saying about the club, you know, saying, oh yeah, the club under FCB.
Yeah.
It was just a money-making scheme. Yeah, that was true. But
it was.
now we've been took over. We're not going to do a Man City in this first window.
No.
You see, people on Twitter are going, now that Newcastle are the biggest club in the world, are they going to go and do a Man City? No, we're not. We've got to be, what's the word, smart in this window.
Yeah, we haven't
We
got.
can't,
Well,
we can't go out there and spend like £100 million on Haaland, £100 million on Mbappe, £50 million on Neymar. Kieran Trippier for £12 million, good deal.
absolutely, phenomenal
I
deal.
was, I was cautious. I told Barry this. I said to him, I've just seen that we're after Chris Wood.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, we are. I said, is that going to be a good signing? He said to me, Daniel, we need a striker.
Yeah.
I said, you're right there. So you're saying, right, 12 million for Trippier, 25 million pounds for Wood. That's 37 million pounds already spent. Now, if we get Botman, I can't see it happening.
Oh, I think it'll land.
But you think 55 million pounds, 37, 92 million pounds spent?
Yeah. That's not the end of it either. There's more to come after that. I mean, look, it's a situation we're in. We can't afford to. We just can't attract the players that these £100 million players at the moment. But that will definitely come in time. It's it's baby steps, isn't it? We've got to get ourselves out of the shit we're in, and that's why the 25 million to Chris Wood to me is a good deal because he's worth 25 million to us. If he keeps us up, scores the goals, and keeps us up, that's chicken feed. That's absolute chicken feed to what we're going to be spending on players.
Yeah.
Not only does it strengthen us, it weakens one of our nearest rivals. So
yeah,
I think it's a great bit of business. And if he comes into the team and starts scoring goals, which I think he will, then it's money well spent, isn't it? Let's be honest.
By the way, guys, if you are enjoying this, please like and subscribe, guys. If you want to join this discussion, I'll put the link into the chat because at the minute I can't pin it. Just paste it in there. There we go, guys. If you want to come and join in with us, guys, you're more than welcome to. A bit of banter with me and Billy.
Absolutely. There we go.
Yeah, like and subscribe, guys. Leave a few comments, and me and Billy will try and get through them when we can. Yeah, so like I said, with Watford, under Ranieri, he's done some wonder there.
Yeah.
Here goes Ruby. He's my internet bro.
Right.
Go on then, Ruby. Wait, you got for me, bro? I've got to push you for both. Go on then, buddy.
Go on then, that's it. Let's have it.
I think he's at work. Or he's at home. One of the fucking two.
Yeah, like you say with Ranieri, they're very inconsistent, aren't they? I mean, they play Man United.
Oh, that's just nasty. There'll be another spot on there. Who's the bigger person?
It depends what kind of size you're looking for, what kind of thing you want size in. I don't know one.
Girth. This. That's just nasty. That's just nasty.
I'm going to say me.
Yeah. As I was saying though, under Claudio, he's brought the team together, but they're still not firing on all cylinders.
Let's be honest, they ain't great, are they? Quality-wise, they ain't great. But if they get King, Dennis, Sarr running at you, like they did against Manchester United,
Yeah.
then they're danger. They're a big danger. They've got pace up front. I mean, before Ranieri got in there, they played Villa off the park the first game of the season. Aston Villa, then on their day, they're very good. But they're very inconsistent, and we need to meet them tomorrow when they're not on one of the hot days, because it's going to be hard work for us if it is.
Yeah,
If
true.
they want a hot day, it's going to be hard for them. But with no Sarr there, I tend to think, and possibly no Dennis, I tend to think that we've got the quality to beat them and beat them quite convincingly.
Yeah.
52,000 behind us. There's plenty of kind of incentive for us to go and win tomorrow.
Yeah,
And
with Wood playing up front as well.
with Wood playing on his debut as well, Kieran Trippier's league debut, and Kieran Trippier's crosses are going to be, really, really kind of important to us now with Chris Wood in the box. So yeah, I just don't see anything more than a Newcastle win. I can't see anything but a Newcastle win. I just can't. And let's be honest, we need it. We have to win tomorrow.
Yeah, we do need it.
19 games less. We need to win at least 8 of those. At least 8.
I would say 10.
Yeah, possibly 10. But I mean, 8 will give us 24 points. That'll give us 35. If we draw 2 or 3 of them, then I think we'll have enough to stay up. I don't think you'll need kind of 40 points this year to stay up.
No.
I think you could possibly stay up with 33, 34 this year, but we don't want to be near the kind of points mark.
No.
8 wins. What we've got now? 11, 12. How many points we've got now?
We've got 11, haven't we?
11 points. So 8 wins gets us to 35. A draw here and there. Yeah, I kind of fancy us to do that. I do, honestly. And we've got some important games. We've got Leeds away coming soon. That's another must not lose game. Everton.
I can actually tell you the table right now.
Yeah, Everton's another one we've got soon.
Right, Norwich are on 10 points.
Yeah.
We want 11. And Burnley are on 11. But Burnley have got 2 games in hand.
Well, I'll have 3 tomorrow because their game's off, isn't it? They've had the game cancelled against Leicester. So if we win tomorrow, we're definitely out of the bottom 3. That's a certainty.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I think we can go to Leeds and get a result, a positive result also. I mean, Leeds are no great shakes. Then we've got Everton. I think we can beat them.
Yeah, because the bottom 6 are only separated by 8 points.
Yeah, I'm saying 2 or 3 wins, and you're kind of nearly in the top half, aren't you? So I know we've played more games than anyone else, but the bottom teams sort of having games in hand. But if you're not winning games, it's hard for you.
Did you hear about Novak? Yes, we did.
He's been banned again, hasn't he?
He's had his visa cancelled again.
Yeah, and quite rightly too.
And this one, and how's it like being near the end of the table?
We're kind of used to it we've been in this neck of the woods most of the time in the past 15 years, so we don't have to get out of it, let's be honest. But this time next year, I think we'll be in a completely different place. We'll be near the top of a table, whether it's the Championship or the Premiership. We'll soon see, but yeah, I think we've got good times ahead of us, real bright future.
I can't see us going down.
No, I can't. I'll be honest with you. I can't.
You see what it is with the fans being back in the stadium now. When we had him there, the fans weren't there.
Yeah.
And I think because ASM was basically Bruce's best fucking mate. ASM, come here. Let me give you big cuddles.
Yeah.
I think people can blame me here, but I think ASM has down tools.
Very possibly. Bit of a rumour coming through, Dan, on Twitter that we've put the highest bid for Nicholas Soulé from Bayern Munich.
Really?
According to Twitter, according to who's it from? Let's have a look. Football Transfers, which is a Twitter page. Newcastle United have submitted the highest economic offer for Nicholas Sule
Oh yeah, I saw that.
via Mate Moretto. Whether that's good or not, I don't know.
NUFC News 24 was saying, would we have Willems back for the season?
Interesting.
But we take Jethro Willems back.
Yeah, I'd definitely take him back. Whether he's the same player as he was before his injury, he's another kettle of fish. But
So
the player we had before that injury was absolutely awesome. Well, he was a great player, wasn't he? I mean, he was a proper marauding left back, wasn't he?
And the goal he scored against Liverpool.
That was a brilliant goal.
Ruby is a Liverpool fan, so
yeah, we did lose that game, didn't we? Or did we draw it?
I think we drew it when he was there.
Yeah, it was draw, wasn't it? Yeah.
You see, it's like I was saying about under Ashley buying and sending players, right? When we went down, right, Townsend's father said live that Townsend wants to stay and help us get back to the Premier League.
Yeah.
First offer that comes in Palace.
Gone.
He's gone. You know. Do you remember when Ashley brought in little fucking Wise?
Dennis Wise, yeah.
Yeah, right. King Kev gave Ashley his transfer list. Dennis Wise gave him his transfer list. Went with Wise. Yeah,
and Dennis Wise, of course, we've been doing his scouting on YouTube, like kind of we do sometimes. But yeah, that was the first mistake he made, the first of many.
Yeah,
was getting Dennis Wise in the club. You know, and to take his knowledge over Kevin Keegan's.
Exactly.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And of course, Kevin got constructive dismissal claim against Ashley, made a few quid off him, and sooner rather than later, I hope we see him back at the club in some kind of capacity again, as an ambassador maybe, because it'd be fantastic to see Kevin at the club again, because he's my hero.
You see, KK said he would never enter the stadium while Ashley was there. And now that he's basically effed out.
Yeah, I think we're going to see him at some stage. As I say, sooner rather than later, because Kevin Keegan's one of them people that inspires, but basically inspires, that's it. You know, I can't help but hang on every word he says when I hear him talk. He's been my idol for getting on for 50 years now. So, you know, first game I ever saw Newcastle play was the S74 Cup final. And I was transfixed by him then, even though he played for Liverpool. And I said to my dad, I said, number 7 for Liverpool is the best player. He's my favourite player. And I got a clip round here for saying it. And of course, 8 years later, we signed him. And I said to my dad, that's that bloke you give me a slap round the ear for, Dad. And he kind of said, well, yeah, he's a great player. He's one of my favourite players. I didn't bollocks, you never said that then, did you?
Yeah, exactly. Bollocks, isn't it? Yeah.
But yeah, he was just a fantastic player, a fantastic manager, a fantastic character. And, you know, there ain't many Englishmen have been European Footballer of the Year twice. In fact, I don't think there's been any, apart from Kevin Keegan. That's how good he was. He was a great, absolutely fantastic player. And he took that into manager and just failed to get us the trophy we so richly deserved that season in 95, 96.
Yeah.
You know, he had us playing. The best side to watch in Premier League history, in my opinion, is that Newcastle United side of Kevin Keegan's.
You see,
the entertainers.
Yeah. You see, people are saying now that they want SJP back as a fortress. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. First of all, let's get the teams sorted out first, and then make it the fortress that it was.
Yeah. You're not going to do it without the quality of player, but I mean, Anfield's a very similar situation. I mean, even in their dark times with Roy Hodgson, not so much with him, but they used to go at you for 90 minutes, and that's how it should. That's how it used to be at St James's Park, and that's how it should be now. Yeah. And that's kind of what we're looking to do. We with all of our home games left this season, we want to be winning them all. We want to be going at the teams that we're playing.
You see, at least now, the only top 6 teams that we're going to face now
at home, the only ones.
Hang on a minute.
Liverpool. Liverpool's the only one, isn't it? We played Man City at home. We played Chelsea at home. We've got to play Arsenal at home as well, haven't we?
This is from Ruby. Yeah, we Liverpool fans don't talk about the Hodgson days.
I mean, that was scandalous. I mean, the comments, that one comment he made about, and it actually annoyed me, and I'm a Newcastle fan. Roy Hodgson said, yeah, Liverpool fans expect to finish above 10th. 10th? 10th? You know, that was an outrageous thing to say. And
yeah.
He's a good manager at small clubs, but for Liverpool, he was absolutely horrendous, wasn't he? And for England, let's be honest.
So, our home games, Watford tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then Everton.
Yeah.
Villa.
Yeah.
Brighton.
Yeah.
Palace. Wolves. Leicester. Liverpool. Arsenal.
Yeah.
So
a lot of winnable games there, Dan. A lot of winnable games.
Yeah. We could struggle against Arsenal unless we get the players in.
Arsenal and Liverpool are the two that you're going to think. Yeah, maybe not, but the other 5 or 6, why not? Why not? And then we've got to go to places like Brentford and
City,
Norwich. We've got to go to Norwich.
Yeah, City ground. City.
We've got to go to Burnley. These are games that we need to, get, if not 3 points, certainly not lose the games.
Wouldn't it be a laugh though, right? I've seen it on fucking Twitter many a time, right? Wouldn't it be a shame if Wood scored the only goal against Burnley?
Poetic, wouldn't it? Although apparently, by all accounts, they're trying to replace him with Andy Carroll.
I know, I saw that today.
Which kind of, what if he scored the winning goal and sent us down? That would be heartbreaking. I think it'd be heartbreaking for Andy Carroll.
Yeah, it would be.
I don't think he's ever scored against us since he left us, though. He never scored against us for Liverpool or West Ham, I don't think. I mean, I can remember one open goal he missed for Liverpool, an absolute sitter, and we all thought he did it on purpose. But yeah, I mean, Andy Carroll would be a good signing for Burnley. He fits straight into them shoes of Chris Wood's left. So
yeah,
because he's playing well for Reading. I mean, to see the 2 goals he scored the other night that were disallowed.
I saw the highlights.
He scored an overhead kick that was disallowed for offside, and he scored a volley from about 35 yards that he chested down and volleyed it in top corner, and that was disallowed for offside. And they got beat 7-0.
You see what it is, though. What it is with this VAR now, right? On FM, we've got the VAR,
right?
Which is bloody stupid. But here in real life, when Edison against City brought down Fraser,
yeah,
I think I was watching John's live.
Yeah,
I was watching it as well. Everybody was saying the thing penalty. I think the referee. It wasn't Mike Dean.
No, it was Atkinson, Martin Atkinson.
Yeah. Why didn't VAR tell him to go to the friggin' monitor?
VAR looked at it and said that because Cancelo came away with the ball, that it didn't warrant a looking at, which is absolute bollocks. And Mark Halsey said today, absolute nonsense. It was the most stonewall penalty you could ever wish to see. Nothing to do with the ball being taken away.
No.
For instance, if you have a corner, and the corner goes near post, but at the back post, a defender's pulled a striker down, penalty, even though the ball's nowhere near it.
Yeah.
And it's the same kind of thing with this, and it was absolutely disgrace that. Okay, Martin Atkinson might not have seen it. I actually believe he did see it. He did see it. He could see it. But if he didn't see it, then VAR should be saying that's a blatant penalty, absolute blatant penalty.
Billy, Ruby's saying it's a bloody joke this year.
Yeah, they're not using it right. I mean, before the season started, isn't something else that Mark Halsey brought up? The directive was these kind of offside by a toenail decisions were going to be wiped out. And the first week of the season, we saw Bruno Fernandes score a goal against Leeds, where last season would have been disallowed because he was a toenail offside. And then since then, the lines have come out again, and they've been going back to these minimal offside. And it's nonsense. It's absolute bollocks.
Yeah, it's silly.
I mean, the Liverpool game, for instance, Liverpool-Newcastle this year, let's be honest, where the goal we scored first, then Liverpool equalised when we had two men down, one with a potential head injury. Game should have been stopped.
Mike Dean
didn't believe that the game should have been stopped for a potential head injury. So they score 1-1. And then they score again. And then we have another, to me, blatant penalty turned down where Trent goes through Fraser to play the ball. And to me, that's a penalty. And VAR said it was a good tackle when he had to go through the player to get to it. And then to kind of exacerbate that, Trent knocks one in from 35 yards. But Mike Dean runs in front of him and blocks Dubravka's view and stops Shelby getting to the ball. So,
Ruby's paint on the head, really. Well, so many other fans are saying that VAR is Liverpool's best friend, but VAR has been so against Liverpool last season and this season. Would you agree with what he's saying there, or that VAR?
They've certainly had more favourable decisions from VAR than Newcastle United have. Let's just say it, put it that way. But I think everyone has. I think the penalty at Leicester where Maddison literally dived onto Jamal Lascelles' knee.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
that's not a penalty in a month of Sundays.
No.
And I've not seen one actually go in our favour. The goal against Norwich we scored, they looked at for 5 minutes trying to find something wrong with it on VAR when there was nothing wrong with it.
No.
The penalty, wasn't it? It was a penalty for the handball from Billy Gilmore.
Yeah.
They tried to find any reason, any excuse they could not to give that penalty.
Yeah. But though, this season, what are they classing as handball nowadays? What are they classing as handball?
Well, basically, I think you're okay as long as your hands are tied to your side. Anything else is handball because they call that an unnatural position. Now, I think when you're jumping, you can't jump with your arms by your side. It's impossible. You have to get some sort of leverage.
Yeah, of course you do.
When you jump and the ball gets your hand when you're jumping, this day and age is a penalty. It's mental.
Yeah.
Mental. And the other one is clear and obvious mistakes. Now, Manchester United versus Aston Villa on Monday night, Villa scored a goal. They looked then for nearly 5 minutes to find a clear and obvious. So you're looking for 5 minutes, it's not clear and obvious in my mind. Eventually, they found a reason to disallow it, and they did. Manchester United, they're the team that benefit most from VAR, Manchester United. Absolutely.
I've got some Mackham news here, Billy, for you.
Oh, this should be interesting. Go on.
The Mackhams are going after Aidan Flint.
Ex-Bristol City.
Yep. Oh, I would love to bring in fucking Annie on that.
Is he at Cardiff?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad signing for him. A good centre half. Excuse me, good championship centre half. So obviously, it'd be a good signing for a League One club. Yeah, so I guess that'd be a good sign. And obviously, ex-Bristol City, Lee Johnson will know, won't he? So, for once, I actually think that's a good signing for Sunderland if they can get that one over the line.
Yeah, Charlton have just signed Chucks Aneki. Is that his name?
Don't know, never heard of him.
He just signed for Charlton on a 3.5-year deal from, is that Bristol City? Yeah.
Oh, so Annie will know about him.
Yeah. If he's around, I would love to try and get him in, but I think he's just a bit of school.
Yeah, probably on his way home from school. Yeah.
Yeah, but though, going back to Dave, when I watched him on Paul's show,
yeah,
he was speaking so much truth and honesty, you know, and the banter between the two of them. You know, it's like me and Ruby. We have banter between us.
Chemistry.
Yeah, it's like on here. I want to get chemistry between like you, Baz, Paul sometimes. But I know that Phoebe's not well at the minute. Is that what
Yeah,
I've
his
heard?
daughter. She's struggling at the minute. Yeah, she is. I mean, Paul struggles on a daily basis with his Parkinson's, and what he actually does online is phenomenal, really, because he does stuff like he got injured the other night because of his Parkinson's. You know, he had a dizzy spell and fell in the shower and really hurt himself.
Oof.
Still come on and did his stream. Not only that, he came on and did an hour and a half with us afterwards when he was in obvious agony.
Well,
you know.
I was going to come on last night, but I thought no, they would leave it alone.
Yeah, you've been quite welcome, mate. Quite welcome to come
on. Paul's there, so I'm going rant.
Because, Paul's a fantastic person to work with. He really is. It's hard not to have chemistry with him, but Dave had a special thing with him with Paul, and Paul kind of looked up to him and had banter with him as well. They, for want of a better word, they actually loved each other as friends, and that kind of shone through on the shows they did. And
it did. Yeah,
you know,
it's like,
and it was hard not to with Dave. I mean, I've done shows with Dave. I've done many shows with Dave, and he's just a bona fide nice man. Not a bad bone in his body, and God, he's a sad miss. We're going to miss him for a long time to come. But the good thing about it is technology in this day and age. We've got stuff to watch him whenever we want. So it's just like I
would love to get chemistry with the fan base, but I know it's going to take me time.
Of course it will. Yeah, of course it will. But it will work. It will happen. I mean, you've got an obvious love for the club, and you know the football club, and eventually that will rub off. And it's like what he is doing. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's like Bazza told me to work on my Twitter first, get that going as well.
Get your followers. That's right. Get your followers on Twitter, then they'll come and watch you rants and talk.
It's like at the minute I've got all the sixes at the minute from him at the minute.
666.
No.
6,666.
I can't say it without fucking stuttering it.
66.
That's the one. Yeah. Followers, yeah.
Yeah, you need to. We'll boost your profile. Then that's what we'll do. That's the way to do it. Boost your profile.
Did you know it is Johan's birthday today?
Johan, good boy.
Yep. It's
the dream, though. Today. What a fantastic player he was.
Our number 4.
Yeah, great player. Absolutely fantastic player. Nasty fucker though. Could be a nasty fucker, but what a fucking great player. Great touch with the ball. Great passer. Had a great eye for a pass, and of course scored some great goals as well, including the one at Old Trafford that won us our first game there. 1972.
If you look on Twitter now, there's actually a clip of him scoring that free kick against Dean Henderson in goal.
Yeah. But the away game, we haven't won at Old Trafford since 1972. And this is kind of linked to this week, actually. That was the week after we got knocked out of the cup by Hereford when we went at Old Trafford. Right. So tomorrow is the week after we got knocked out of the cup by League One opposition. I mean, a bit higher than Hereford were at that time. Let's do the same again. Let's come back with a win. We'll back with a good win, and that'll boost confidence for the weeks coming up. Let's be honest, because that's what they're going to. They must be lacking in confidence. I mean, if you only win one game all season, there's definitely a confidence issue there. We just need one win to get us going.
You see, with this fan base, right, everybody wants to see us have a good cup run.
Yeah.
Our best cup runs was under Pardew, I do believe. We got to the semis. Or was it under Hullet?
Yeah, Hullet got us to a final.
Yeah, and I think we lost twice to Man U, didn't we? On both occasions.
No, we lost to Arsenal the first year in the Kenny Dalglish.
And then Man United in the
But
second.
both won the double, and Man United won the fucking treble that year. So whenever we get to a final, we don't have easy opposition. The year after, Bobby got us to a semi against Chelsea. I think had we won that game, and we should have won it, we deserved to win it at Wembley. Played them off the park, really. The opponents in the final would have been Villa, and we'd have beat them. So that was just how bad luck we had. Pardew got us to. I think I don't think he did because we got on to about Stephen. He's twice under Pardew. Steve Bruce got us to a quarter final in the League Cup, didn't he, against Brentford reserves?
Yeah,
they not felt.
Oh,
yes, ain't been great recently. If we'd have won last week, I think that would have inspired confidence.
Here we go, Billy. Some breaking news from Cook at NUFC Cook. Breaking news: Newcastle and talking with Club Bruges regarding Bas Dost.
Oh, for Christ's sake, he's got to be nearly 40 now. We've been linking him for years.
NUFC have asked for a 6-month loan with an obligation to buy in the summer.
I hope that one isn't a no-goer. You know. And there's no need to sign him now because I mean Chris Woods is exactly the same kind of player. So I'll brush that one off with a kind of hope not because he's too well. Yeah,
it's just so stupid that we're getting linked with all these old players. The Andrew, formerly known as Prince Andrew, yes, he's lost all his titles now.
And quite rightly as well.
Right. This is from Mr. Ben Jacobs.
Right.
Burnley v Leicester is postponed after Sean Dyche confirmed Newcastle have signed his entire squad. I like that, actually. I do like that one.
I'll take Cornet off him.
Oh, yeah, Corner's a good player.
Hell of a player. Way too good for them.
Excuse me, United, Newcastle and Watford are in discussions to sign Liga 1 star Ludovic Blas.
Never heard of him.
Nor have I. Liga 1 star. Who does he play for?
Let's have a look. Let's find Ludovic Blas. How do you spell Blas?
Blas.
That it?
Yeah.
Let's have a look, see what it says about him then. Right, Ludovic Blas. 24, midfielder from Nantes. 68 games and Nantes scored 19 goals. I mean, his stats look pretty good. Before that, it was at Guingamp. And he's played for the French under 20 teams, though he's not played for the French full team as yet. But yeah, I mean, look a bad player, stats wise. 19 and 68 ain't bad for a midfield player, I guess. 5'11". I honestly don't know much about him, but he's got some interesting middle names.
Go on then.
Regis is his second name.
Oh God!
And his third name is he's got three. His second middle name is Arsene.
Arsene, oh nice.
So he's got Cyril Regis and Arsene Wenger as his middle name.
Don't forget, guys, if you do want to join this discussion, guys, the link is in the comments. In the chat. Sorry, Billy.
Yeah.
That's better. We'll be going for a few more minutes yet. So if you want to come on, guys, have a say. Come and join this discussion. Guys, please do like and subscribe, guys.
Yeah, you got 5. We got 5 watching. It's increasing.
If you want to come on, guys, you're more than welcome to. Get the link, and I will see you in the waiting room. We are talking all things Newcastle. Who would you want to see come next through the door, then, Billy? Who would you love to come through the door next? Ramsey?
I would love it to be Botman, but I think he's going to be near the end of the window. So
Yeah,
I'll say Diego Carlos.
Carlos, yeah. What are they asking for him? 25 million, is it, or 15 million?
They want 35 for him. But I think we'll pay it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna message Annie, see if he'll come on.
All right, mate. Yeah. But I felt so bad for Annie though when he was on that show. He was in so much tears, you know. You see, people look at me and they go, "How old are you?" I'm 43. Who cares?
young pup, you're 10 years younger than me. I'm 54 this year.
I'm 43 years of age and I don't care. I smoke, I drink, I'm fucking asthmatic, and I give two fucks.
Well, that's sentiment, Annie.
Yes, guys, if you want to come on, guys, have your say. Me and Billy will try and answer as many as we can.
Who else do you want? Yeah, let's try this bloke.
I would love Paul.
Oh, I think he's busy, but we'll try this geezer. He might come on.
I would love to get Paul in and just hear him ranting. He's Sam, or Chippers as you call him. Who's the other one I like? Is it Jason? I like.
Jason, yeah. I don't know if I think he's working, but
oh, here we go, Billy. This is 44 minutes ago, right?
What?
Lille have set their price. It will take an offer of £46 million.
Pay it.
That's for Botman.
Well, I think we can pay that. Bearing in mind, Arsenal paid 50 for Ben White. You know.
Yeah.
Man United pay 80 for Harry Maguire.
You think, right, under what was his name? Freddie Shepherd. We spent £15 million on Shearer. Right, in them days, that was a lot of money. £15 million for us was quite a lot of money. But then Man United go and sign Rio for 30 million.
That was a few years after that.
You know, everybody's saying about Bale.
Yeah, I mean, it's been mentioned, hasn't it?
It has been mentioned, but I wouldn't take him.
No, maybe not. Not like this day and age. He's well past his best.
It's like I heard about Paul saying about Ali. Would I take Ali? I'm not too sure.
I would. He's in the last chance saloon. If he wants to play in the World Cup for England, he needs to kind of get some good games behind him and win a good games at first team level. He's not going to get that at Spurs, although Conte is picking him more. So, yeah, I think he'd be a go for us, and I think we get him for a fair price. We should have signed him before, shouldn't we? Obviously, obviously Mark Ashley, you wouldn't spend the money, but
it's like when we had Bruce at the club. Bowen was asking Steve Bruce if he can sign him, and now I look at Bowen.
Well, Steve Bruce had him at Hull, didn't he? I think so. Yeah. I mean, rumours are that he wants out of West Ham, though. He wants to go to Liverpool by all accounts. But I'm actually amazed he hasn't been picked for the England squad yet because he's had a superb season, hasn't he, Jared Bowen?
Yes, yeah. Oh,
Awesome player. There you go. Here's your first fan.
Hey, Annie, how you doing, buddy?
I'm fine. I'm actually just walking back home. So,
welcome back to school.
What's this? I read on Twitter that you sold one of your players to Charlton Athletic.
Us? I don't think you mean us. I think you mean Birmingham.
Oh, it's Birmingham City, was it? Not you.
You got the wrong BCFC.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see if I can change this around. That's better. That's more like it. No, it's not. I like it. No. I'm just trying to sort out different views. Yeah. So how you doing, Annie?
Daniel, mate, I'll be on in 10 minutes.
All right, mate.
I'll just be on in 10 minutes if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine, buddy.
I don't know where he was, but it looked like the fucking Bahamas with the blue sky behind him.
He was putting up at school.
There you go. There's one coming on. See if the other bloke answers.
Yeah, Bristol City fan. No, because I'm just trying to sort out places and different people.
Yeah, if you have the four square, the four square layout, that could be the best one for a chat thing, like the one you had just now, the one you changed it to.
But that one.
Yeah, but what you need to do is get yourself a background.
I have got. I know. That is my green screen being a bitch.
I mean, your background's fine on your picture, but if you can get it set set that picture to as a background in StreamYard, that'll sit behind us. Then you can't do it now, obviously, but.
No. So I'll put it back. It was. Yeah. Yeah. My green screen is being a bit of a tart at the minute.
It looks alright to me, mate.
Well, not when it's like that, Billy. when I've got my clothes showing off. You see, when I told Baz about this, he goes, if you want tech help, ask Paul. But though I don't know Paul as well as everybody else does, because there's certain stuff on here that I want to do, like intros and stuff like that.
Yeah, intro music.
You see, because what I was thinking of doing was having blading basses as my intro music.
Yeah, I bet you get copyrighted for it though. I bet you would.
Yeah, like Paul's gone back to his normal thing now, isn't he?
Yeah, he got copyrighted on the Junior Turner one, and yet Junior Turner gave him permission to use it. So someone claimed it. Yeah. So what's happened there is someone from abroad seen it and tried to claim that song's theirs. So yeah, so it's an odd one that is. I mean, it's obviously his Junior's song, so it should be his copyright, and he allowed Paul to use it. So I don't know what the issue is there, but someone's trying to claim that song as their own. Some devious fucker. Excuse my language.
That's fine, mate. You go for it. It's all right. Yeah, it's just stupid. It's like when I go live on Twitch, I can't play any music because the audio gets freaking muted on it.
Paul Dummett's fit and ready to go for tomorrow's game, by all accounts.
Let's hope so.
We've missed him, so I mean, obviously he's not going to be match fit, and that's another reason why you should have got maybe 15 minutes last week when he was on the bench.
Yeah,
to help him, but he didn't.
You see what it is with our back four. We played Kraft, Trippier, Lascelles, and Shaw. Right?
Yeah.
Lascelles should be dropped. I'm sorry to say it.
Right. I disagree with you on that, but there you go.
You would disagree. Why?
Jamal Lascelles, when he tries to play the ball out from the back like a quarter centre half, then he gets caught out. But when he does safety things first, then he's a very, very good central defender. And the Manchester United game, obviously, Eddie Howe was in his ear. Just do the simple thing.
Yeah.
If you're in doubt, get it out. And he had an absolute superb game, I thought, against Man United.
True. Yeah.
When he go on.
Go on. You first, mate.
When he tries to play the ball out, he gets caught out. He's too slow. He hasn't got the passing ability of, let's say, a cultured centre half, and that's when he gets caught out. And when we're playing out from the back, which we haven't got the players to do, but we've been doing it constantly, even though we haven't got players to do, he gets caught out then. Against Manchester United, we didn't do that, and he looks a far better player for it. So I'd keep Lascelles in. The one I would be kind of, out of the centre half, he seems to escape the criticism. Fabian Schär, to me, has been absolutely horrendous this season, and he was absolutely awful against Cambridge. Absolutely awful.
At least Newcastle are making son as Liverpool aren't. True.
You don't need them. You got a world class squad as it is. What would Liverpool? What's his name, Ruby? What kind of area on the pitch would you expect Liverpool to want to strengthen? I can't see any.
Let me see if he's not on Discord, on Messenger. See if he's around. Yeah.
Obviously they're short of forwards at the moment. That's only because of the AFCON being on. Midfield, they've got plenty of bodies there. Keita, Fabinho, Henderson, Milner, Curtis Jones. So they're well. Centre midfield, they're well versed. Wide, they've got players. The young lad, hopefully he'll be back soon. The young Harvey Elliott. He looked a fantastic player to that horrible injury, didn't he? That's an absolute superb player for Liverpool. Attacking players, right? Yeah, but you can't just sign players for like 6 weeks.
He wants attacking.
Yeah, they've got Salah, Firmino, Mane, Jota, Origi. I think they were right, to be honest. I know Salah and Mane aren't there at the moment, but they'll be back in 4 or 5 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, but
I know Liverpool are trying to chase Man City. I think that's a forlorn thing for them to do. I don't think anyone's going to catch Man City this year.
Yeah, but most Liverpool players are in their 30s.
Yeah, but January isn't the time to be buying young players.
No. You think though, right? It's like I told you earlier on, Billy. January is a very hard window.
It is, yeah. It is. Clubs don't want to get rid of the players. That's why they can ask for silly money for them, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think Liverpool are probably better off waiting until the summer and then getting some younger forwards in. And I think you'll see younger forwards go to Liverpool in the summer. I think you might see the likes of Firmino getting moved out the door. And they'll get a top quality centre forward in. Or one of the quality, maybe a Haaland, someone like that. Liverpool obviously a huge club, and they can attract them kind of players to the club.
Yeah, true.
So I think you'll see some forwards coming into Liverpool in the summer, I'm sure, but not now. You've got what you got for the season. You don't want to be spending over the odds. Of course, release clauses come into play in the summer. Yeah. Perhaps Liverpool will sign a pre-release clause on some big forward. Who knows? But I don't think you'll see anyone coming in this window for Liverpool up front. Definitely not.
There you go, Billy. He just answered your question.
There you go, Jude Bellingham and Haaland, 2 fantastic signings, 2 awesome signings. Jude Bellingham, crikey, he'd be the one if push came to shove and I was asked to buy anyone I wanted now, whether now or in the summer. Jude Bellingham would be the one I'd want Newcastle to go for, because that lad really has got the world at his feet.
Yeah,
the 18, 19. What's he going to be like in 5 or 6 years?
And he's back.
Phenomenal
Welcome
player.
Back, Annie.
Hello.
Hello, Annie.
We can hear you.
Thank you.
I'll tell you what, Annie. When I saw you on that thing with Paul last week over Dave, mate, I felt really for you.
It was hard. So
it was hard, mate. Yeah, of course it was.
Yeah. It's never going to be easy, is it, to lose someone as Dave's? It's influential as Dave.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I think I was pretty justified, I suppose, in
You-
No, you did brilliant, mate. You did brilliant to hold it together as long as you did, to be
Yeah,
honest. And
yeah.
credit to you for that.
Because as the saying goes, big men don't cry.
Well,
That's nonsense because I was blurring my eyes out.
Yeah,
And let's be honest, Dave was worth it. He was just a fantastic, lovely,
yeah,
friendly gentleman.
yeah,
Again, tomorrow between 68 and 69 minutes, Paul's organised his picture to be put on the Newcastle United screens at St James's Park, and there'll be a minute's applause for him. It's going to be an awesome emotional experience for Paul,
Yeah.
for the family, Dave's family, who are going to be in attendance as well. For them to see just how loved their dad, granddad, husband
Yeah.
was.
yeah. What do you make of our signings so far, then, Annie?
I think Kieran Trippier is a fantastic signing. I think he'll slot in perfectly at the club. I think he'll provide something more that your right backs at the moment, but before it didn't provide, like Murphy or Kraft, whoever it was. Chris Wood, I don't know, because I've heard a lot of Newcastle fans saying, "Oh, if we get crossed into him, we'll score." Well, that's what Burnley have been doing for five years in the Premier League under Dyche, and this season particularly, he's not been great, and I think maybe it's. I think 25 million was the release clause. If that was the case,
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
then I think that might be a bit of a. Oh well, it's a bit of a gamble, because when Chris Wood is being signed for 25 million, and then you look at the league table, I think you completely that just shows what's happening.
yeah.
It's kind of desperate, isn't it? I'd say.
It's not a desperate signing. If you look at us on Saturday against Cambridge, we without a striker up front, we were just poor.
Yeah. Oh no, that is fair, but also I'd say that surely that's down to not having enough not having enough squad depth. Chris Wood definitely adds to that, and that's totally fine. But 25 million for the situation you're in right now, in terms of you need to avoid relegation at all costs.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how, just do it. 25 million for a striker who, let's say Eddie Howe doesn't play a 2 up top and Callum Wilson comes back, and Chris Wood's a temporary fix. 25 million for a temporary fix up until March when Wilson comes back. That seems a lot of money. That seems quite a lot of money. Maybe a striker from the Championship would have done the job. Maybe a striker from abroad who's probably not as expensive and maybe could do somewhat of a job. Maybe that was the way to go. I mean, I'd say 25 million for a temporary fix up until March. I don't think that's very. What's the word? I don't want to say clever. I don't want to say clever, because but that's not very smart business, because for temporary fix you shouldn't look to pay over the odds, and 25 million I think paying over the odds for Chris Wood.
Right, I'm going to counter that now. I'm going to say to you that Burnley this season have slightly changed their system to accommodate Maxwell Cornet, and they're not lumping it as much as they did before, and that's why Chris Wood hasn't been as effective. Now we're obviously going to get crosses into Chris Wood. That's got to be the plan. And 25 million for a man that does score 10 goals a season generally. He's a 1 in 3 striker in the Premier League statistically, and we also take a strength of Burnley off them at the same time. 25 million's chicken feed to what we get if we stay up, and I think it's a good buy. I think it's a good signing. I think it's clever, and I think he will go 4-4-2 once Wilson's back, which is another string to the bow.
You see what it is with our club. Like when under Bruce, we played 5 at the back every bloody game, and our squad can't play 5 at the back.
I agree with that.
You know,
I agree with that. The fact of the matter is, when we played 5 at the back, and say let's bring that Chelsea game back in again.
Yeah, go on. Yeah,
we kept hoofing it forward, and it kept coming back and back, hoof out again, coming back. Chris Wood up front, that wouldn't have happened. He would have challenged for the ball. He would have held the ball up. It'd have been some kind of physical threat at the very least, and then you kind of can go from there. But with no striker in the side, you've got nothing to aim for. You've got no focal point, and I just think, just from that point of view, it gives us an extra addition to the kind of quality that we're bringing in.
Yeah,
and I agree with you. Under Steve Bruce, if we'd have spent £25 million for Chris Wood, we'd have gone absolutely mental. We would have, and there's no doubt about it, and probably rightly so. But under Eddie Howe, there's kind of a different kind of plan where we can get our striker into the game in the box and get chances into him, and I think he'll get chances aplenty. And one thing with Chris Wood is look at his stats. I mean, 57% of his efforts are actually on target. So
yeah,
I think he'll score between 8 and 10 goals between now and the end of the season. And if he does that, I think we'll stay up convincingly, easily. I do, honestly.
Yeah. We was talking about the Watford game earlier on, Annie. What formation do you think Eddie Howe would adopt for tomorrow's game?
4-2-3-1.
So same as you, Billy.
Yeah, exactly the same. Yeah.
Yeah. This is, I think, what Eddie Howe will do, not what I would do. I'd say 4-2-3-1.
Right.
Do you want me to give you the team or just?
Yeah, go ahead, mate.
Stick with Dubravka and go on. You've been getting criticism, but
we can't. He is out injured.
No, they reckon he might be okay now. They reckon he's kind of improved as the days have gone on, and they kind of think he'll play now. But at one point,
yeah, sorry, Annie, go on, carry on.
At one point last night, we were thinking Gillespie was going to
play. Right, stick with Dubravka and goal.
Mm-hmm.
Trippier right back.
Yep.
Ooh. Lascelles and Cher at centre back, and Lewis is injured. Oh, Christ.
Do you think he'll stick with Man United and play Mankier at the left back?
I think that might have to
be Richie, probably.
Probably Richie then.
Someone's fit as well, by the way.
Your face, Billy, when I mentioned Richie.
Shelby.
Yeah, that experiment's got to end.
Yeah.
Shelby and Willop. I know, but I don't think there's many other options, is there? It's quite tight in that midfield area. Joe Linton as a 10.
Definitely.
Fraser and Sir Maximan. Chris Wood up top.
I would say that's a pretty good shout, Billy.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I can't see any difference there. He might play Joe Linton as the anchor man and maybe play Almiron as the 10. But apart from that, yeah, I kind of agree with what he said there. I think that's what Eddie will do.
Could you see Miggy leaving as part of this deal for Carlos?
If Sevilla won him, absolutely, 100%. And I'd actually carry him there myself if that was the case. Because he's not suited to English football, let's be honest about it.
No.
I think he'd probably be better off in the Spanish league and it'll suit his game more.
Yeah.
He runs around like a dog chasing a balloon most of the time. And
yeah, true. He does actually, yeah. Right, people might slate me here.
Go on then.
Do you think we will ever see Clark again?
Hopefully not.
If push came to shove and Shah was injured, do you think he would bring Clark back in again after that howler against?
No, I think he played Kraft at centre half.
Would you? Right, Annie first. Who would you like to see out the door at Newcastle?
In this window or in the summer?
In this window.
Clark.
Yes, definitely Clark. Get him
Clark,
at the club.
Kraft. Actually, no.
No.
No. Keep Kraft for now. Then I'd say you can't really get rid of anyone in the midfield because it's so lightweight there. Did you hear what Paul said on his channel yesterday? He said he might experiment with Hendrick.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be averse to him playing ahead of, say, for instance, Longstaff was on the team sheet. I'd have him ahead of him. Because Longstaff was diabolical last week. But by all accounts, Longstaff's getting a new contract, so obviously Eddie Howe feels different. But yeah, Hendrick, I wouldn't be averse to playing Hendrick tomorrow as a sitting midfielder. I'll be honest.
You see, and also
I never thought I'd himself say that, but I just said it.
With Hendrick knowing Wood as well, there's that Burnley.
Yeah,
camaraderie is the word, isn't I'm thinking of.
Yeah, camaraderie. Yeah, I guess. I mean, there's a chance you could well see Hendrick playing tomorrow alongside Shelby, and that kind of free Shelby to get a little bit more forward, wouldn't it? So it's possible that he might play tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised.
I looked on Twitter that that the players were ignoring Trippier in training last week. They were ignoring him or something. There's a lot of bad blood between the players with Trippier trying to talk them.
I'd hope that wasn't the case, but some of those players, you wouldn't put it past them, let's be honest. I would hope it wasn't the case because you're disrespecting one of the best right backs in the world, let's be honest. It's madness. But obviously they can see their careers at Newcastle kind of ebbing away.
Yeah.
And the new breed coming in, maybe there's a bit of jealousy there, but I hope that wasn't the case. They're professional footballers at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's like when Howe first came in, you know, all the players were going.
Yeah.
But though, his first training session was 13 hours long.
Well, it made up for all those hours they didn't do when Steve Bruce was in charge. You know. Let's be honest. They've come from being soft soaped for so long.
Yeah.
Not worked to the absolute opposite of it, and going to be a bit of a culture shock. But as we've seen from the performances that it's working because, as you say earlier, Shelby looks a different player. Joe Linton looks a different player. But at the same time, we're still not winning games. So the mentality's got to be in now to get some games under the belt where we win and that'll breed confidence and then see where we go from there.
Give it a few minutes, guys. I'm just going to go to the toilet and I've got to go upstairs for a minute. So I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. Me and Annie will keep the chat going. Steve Bruce is trending. I don't know why.
Let's have a look, Ben.
Oh, it's just people criticising him. That's all.
Of course.
The usual stuff.
Well. Yeah, South Africa won against India. Fantastic.
Yeah, I saw that. It's a kind of a shock kind of result, isn't it? Let's be honest.
I mean,
everyone's beating South Africa at the minute, and India go there and I don't know if they're treated as a jolly or not, but they won the first test, didn't they? And then lost the last two.
Yeah.
Strange.
What's happened with Jagielka then?
I mean, they brought some bloke in, that Keegan Peterson, and he's kind of scored run after run after run, hasn't
he? Yeah. What the hell's happened at Derby?
Where's Jagielka now? Is it Sheffield United?
No, he was at Derby.
Oh right.
Start of the season. Just been bloody released.
Perhaps they can't afford his wages. Maybe he's not being paid.
No, his contract's till the end of the season.
Yeah, but if they're in the money situation, maybe they can just release him and Maybe he's got somewhere else to go. I don't know.
They have been placed under transfer embargo, but bloody hell, been one of their best players. Why is he randomly released?
Not tweeting anything, but still, I don't mean anything, is it? It's obviously a financial thing, isn't it? It must be. It must be. Maybe.
Talks had been ongoing with Jagielka to extend his stay at Pride Park in recent weeks, but because of the restrictions the club is operating under, he's unfortunately unable to put pen to paper. Interesting. Yeah, now the financial restrictions are really kicking in.
I feel sorry for him. He's it's going to be character building for him, and it probably improve him as a manager in the long run. But he's done really well, hasn't he? Under the kind of trouble he's in with how Derby's finances are.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing a pretty sterling job, and he's kind of winning games. And looks like he's about to sign for Stoke City, apparently. Jagielka.
Is he? I'm not surprised. Stoke need a defender.
I mean, some lads tweeted here, gone from signing Diallo and a new owner this week on Monday to losing Jagielka and potentially not finishing the season on Friday. The Derby way. Richard Jolly says Phil Jagielka would only need to play for Stoke for 10 years, 8 months and 2 weeks to replace Stanley Matthews as their oldest ever player. And Stoke have actually signed Phil Jagielka, apparently, until the end of the season. Derby were unable to offer him a contract extension due to the transfer embargo.
Bloody hell,
that's horrendous, isn't it?
Yeah, that is.
You got a feel for Derby County. I mean, I don't know what's happened there in the past with their owners and what have you, but to go from what was once one of the top sides in England, and when I was a kid, they were winning championships as what was Division 1 in them days, as what is now the Premiership. Winning premierships, European Cup semi-finals against Barcelona, and for them to fall so dramatically from grace over the last kind of, it's last 12 months, isn't it? Do you think it's down to the Frank Lampard era that the financial things kind of hit? Do you think he spent a lot of money that he didn't have? No.
Frank Lampard didn't spend tons of money. I mean, he spent money in terms of loan fees. Harry Wilson, Tomori, Mount. But honestly, it wasn't that. It was the money spent under Rowett that basically killed the club. Really, even Steve McLaren. The money they spent was mental. Like Tom Huddleston, Tom Lawrence. Honestly, the money spent was ridiculous. Even 2 years ago, they spent $8 million on Christian Bielik, who's had 2 ACL injuries in the past 2 years. I mean, he's not basically not played. It's just been Mel Morris willing to invest, but not caring for the club in a way of not protecting the club financially.
This is from Ruby. It's like the man of city that ruins football and Barcelona and Real Madrid.
I'm not sure about that.
You see, we was talking about when Ashley first came in. He was money spending, but then we was talking about how much money he let Steve McLaren spend. It was £80 million. And then
we just talk about Steve McLaren now, Dan, with what he spent at Derby. He's kind of put them in the hole they're in now. So when he was saying they've had a transfer embargo put on them again, and they're losing players as we speak. Jagielka's gone to Stoke, and they're in deep deep financial trouble because of
with all the money spending and pending FFP.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. That's a fair comment. But more with the Spanish clubs, they get away with it. PSG is the biggest one, isn't it? How are they getting away with it?
This is from Craig Hope, by the way. I
Go on,
understand Derby's players were told this morning if they want to leave the club, they should speak to the administrators. It marks a definite shift in stance after Quantuma ignored calls, rejected offers. Sources say funds are desperately needed to satisfy the EFL.
You see, but though, now we're hearing that our former chairman's going to go and frigging buy it.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
he'll stabilise them. No doubt about that, and possibly get up the table. And I think they'll get relegated this year, obviously, but I think he'll stabilise them and get them back into the Championship, and possibly even get them in the Premiership. But once he gets there, that's where the money stops, and that's where he starts advertising in a huge way. And in the long term, it probably won't be a good move for him, but in the short term, it probably would be.
Yeah,
I don't think he'll. It's like look, Derby under administration at the moment, obviously.
Yeah.
Is it worth it to have a bad owner just so they can fix the temporary problems? Because clearly at Derby there's a massive issue of club mentality of right, it's not working, we'll sack the manager, then we'll go and spend 40 million in the summer. It doesn't work like that. Doesn't work.
Mike Ashley wouldn't work like that, would he? That's probably
No. Honestly, look at us for an example. Look at us for example. We've spent money in 18-19. We spent like 40 million. Granted, we sold two of our best players that season for 40 million, but we were under huge FFP troubles, and now at the moment we're apparently having to make a decision between a points deduction or selling our best players in the summer. We can't sign anyone. We're not going to sign anyone. So it's not only Derby. It's going to be many clubs in the future. It's going to be many clubs in the future. It's going to be Stoke, Borough, Bristol City, Cardiff are under EFL embargo trouble. It is going to be a few clubs who are going to be in the shit pretty soon, and that is.
Yeah.
That's just how it's going to work.
You see, with us, because Ashley was so tight-assed with the money, FFP ain't going to touch us for the next 2 years.
No. But it would if we got relegated, wouldn't it, Annie?
Would it?
No, it wouldn't.
No, because once you get relegated, the cycle starts again.
Yeah.
Parachute payments, and the cycle starts again. If you don't, because Newcastle have been up for 2 or more seasons, you'll have 3 years of parachute payments, and
it's Ruby. Hey, bro.
Hello, you right?
Hi, Ruby.
What's up?
You'll have 3 years of parachute payments, and you'll I think it's 50, 40, 35 for the 3 seasons. Once you get that, once that goes, there'll be a process of you can't lose more than. I think it's. I can't remember. I think it might be 30 or. I'm getting confused, mixed up here.
That's all right, mate.
30 million over 3 years. I think it's 30 million over 3 years.
I can't imagine Newcastle United ever doing that. I'll be honest. Unless they spent stupidly and didn't get promoted. I mean,
it's Mr. Sinclair.
There you go.
Hello.
Mr. Legend. How are you, John?
Hello,
yeah, man. It's going to be a quick one because, well, it is, right? I mean, I booked a hotel for Java Lodge today, and I thought it was going to be like 60 quid. I thought, you know what? I'm going to book it now and pay £28 for it. So I'm going to drive me right up to Washington and stay sunshine in the morning. So, big happy days, man.
Happy days,
Yeah.
happy days.
Oh, There
Oh.
you go.
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone now.
no.
Comes
So
and goes.
you can't lose more than 39 million
Oh,
over a 3-year cycle. If you lose more than that, you will be under EFL FFP
again.
trouble.
Welcome
You'll
back,
be under
John.
EFL. You'll be under EFL trouble, and then that's where
That's
the
better.
punishments kick in. That's where the punishments kick in, and you should.
How are you doing?
I think. Don't think.
where are you, John? On the M1?
No, just on going on the M5 in a bit. So
All right, just left
Where are
it.
you driving to, John?
I'm
He's
driving
driving.
to Newcastle, Washington.
Watching the game, isn't he?
Very nice.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it? But look, I'm here, sort of thing, and just work on the song, yeah.
I thought you were driving to Bristol.
What's good there anyway? What's good there in good old Bristol anyway?
Bristol City.
Danny's there. John's usually there.
I'm here.
Well, but,
Wow.
the team's not
So
very good.
Bristol's good for I was going to say, I mean, the city centre itself is fantastic, and like the restaurants are fantastic, and shopping as well. As you know, but
Do you know what else it's good for? It's good for pulling down horrendous statues of horrendous people. Good on Bristol for doing that.
Honestly, don't get me started on Edwin Colston. We're not talking about Edwin Colston.
Good on Bristolians.
oh
Love 'em.
man,
Fucking
lovable man. But
We can't say that about my neighbour, can we?
You know what, mate?
Not there.
I think the lovely Bristolians bit can't apply to my neighbour.
Why? Is he a bit of a tosspot, is he?
It's a she, honestly.
She.
Oh.
Don't get me started.
Oh.
You better take those words back, Billy. You better take those words back.
Okay, lovely Bristolians, -1.
Hashtag cancel Billy Trey.
Yeah.
How dare he?
Excuse me, Annie. Thanks to Billy, this show wouldn't be on today.
Well,
It was
but he is
going to be Baz, but Barry had some family issues, so.
Right, I've got 2 more minutes, guys, and I've got to shoot. So,
All right, buddy, that's fine, mate. I'll stay live for a few more minutes anyway. What do you think of the signing so far, John?
I thought Tribby has a good signing. I'm not going to lie on that sort of thing. But Chris Wood, right? Now, this is very interesting, right? I'll go from the beginning. When I thought his name was linked, I thought I backed the guy. But when I thought he was going to be 25 million quid, I nearly fell off my flipping settee when I found that the cost was going to be. You know what I mean? 25 million pounds for this guy. You know what I mean? Don't get us wrong. I mean, he's not a world-class player. But I'm going to be honest with you people, £25 million is not a lot of money these days, let's be real. But I'm going to back this guy. But one thing I'm going to say, I mean, we could have got Origi for Liverpool for 25 million quid, yeah?
And he's done better.
And he has, you know. But at the end of the day, people, I'm going to back this guy. He could surpass a lot of us, you know what I mean? He's not a world-class player. But what he has got, guys, he's got Premier League experience, and that's the most important thing. That's what we need.
Yeah.
And my man, he's come in, he said some good things, yeah, and he's gonna always deliver. I mean, first of all, watching it, I thought he's 33 years old. Only be put right, but he's 30-year-old. But I think it's a good signing. We got to see what he does. But what we need to see from him is great crosses like Ryan Theatre and Jacob Murphy teaching some crosses over, and my man will get the goals.
Yeah,
and he does that. And but we still need players as well. We're still going to need 2 defenders. We need probably the left back. we definitely, and a lot of people haven't mentioned this, guys, we need a midfield, yeah? And the guy I'll bring in is Yves Bissouma from Brighton. Get this guy in, 50 million quid, get him in, right? And we got to get in there. We should be over that, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Offer Brighton 50 million quid. Let's pull him out of Brighton. Make him come to Newcastle, right? And this guy, I'll tell you now, people saying Toyota was quality. He was quality. I mean, he's not an how do I put it? He plays similar to N'Golo Kante. I think Bissouma will sort out all our problems and deficiencies in midfield.
I agree with that. I think the Dan Ashworth link one might help us get him as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all it is, got to sell the side and just say, look, how do you fancy paying 52,000 people each and every week? And I think this guy, I mean, Arsenal wanted him, Liverpool wanted him. If we can get him to Newcastle, for me, that will be the statement signing of the January window if you get this guy. And I tell you what, I mean, teams and clubs who look and say, wow, this team is serious. You know what I mean? And that could keep us up. Based on that signing alone, that Bissouma would be fantastic.
Brilliant. I agree with that, 100%.
Yeah, true.
Thank you. So, I mean, also as well, when you touch on it, guys, I mean, Diego Carlos, I mean, what's the latest on him? And guys, any ideas? What's the latest? I heard he wants to come. He definitely wants to come to Newcastle, but Sevilla wants to, make us pay the release clause, something like 70 million euros. That works out to be 58 million pounds or something like that.
Yeah,
so and Newcastle going to pay that.
Well,
Newcastle going to pay it. That's already for 28, 29 year old.
Well, it's not that, John. What we've heard is that they want Miggy as well.
Yeah, it's part of the deal.
Did Sevilla confirm this, that they want Miggy as part of the deal?
No, that's just rumours, but yeah. It's a no-brainer if it is, isn't it? Let's be honest. Let's put him in as part of the deal and give him 40 million quid or something and happy days.
I tell you what, I'd take that all day long, people. I'd take it all day long because Miggy, as much as I love him, he's just not cutting it in the Premier League now. You know what I mean? No disrespect.
No, he's not.
I mean, I don't think he's happy in Newcastle, number one. And number two, right, he has not been the same player since Rafa left. He just doesn't know where his position is. He doesn't know, how they shoot. Let's be real. I mean, and I'm not being funny. And he plays like a headless chicken. And I don't want him. I want him. I want this guy to go to Sevilla, right? And just go over there and win the bloody thing. That's all I want for me. Go to Spain, win the thing, and then you know what? I'll be proud of this guy.
You see, wasn't part of the deal when we brought in Miggy that we signed was it Martin?
Martinez, yeah, mate, yeah, Atlanta,
yeah. Wasn't that part of the deal to sign him sometime as well?
There was rumours of that, definitely. There's rumours that we were going to bring Martinez in. We never did we?
No.
Well, it seems like everyone's pretty much bloody forgotten about it. If that was the case.
Yeah, man.
Because I'm looking at the transfer centre, it says nothing about that deal bringing in Miggy for Newcastle.
No, it's just rumours at the minute. Basically northeast rumours. Kind of wishful thinking maybe, but I mean, I'd pay that. Apparently, we're going to get 3 players in for the Leeds game, John. That's kind of where we're looking at the minute. Who those 3 will be, we don't know. But
that's what I heard as well. I mean, Aaron Ramsey's one of them, Diego Carlos another one, and we definitely need a left back and a CDM. But I could tell you now, people, I'm going to be bold on this, right? Sven Botman would be a Newcastle United player at the last day of the transfer window. That's what's going to happen because I tell you
that's what Billy said, wasn't it, Bill?
Yeah, I think in the end they're going to kind of back down and it'll happen at the end.
Yeah, it's going to happen because the player wants to come to Newcastle, right? And also, Lille are going to be thinking, do you know what? We're going to give him just take the 40 million quid. So Why?
They're trying to squeeze more out of us, John. It's business brinkmanship. They're trying to squeeze as much out of us as they can. But I think when it comes to the crunch, they're going to have to back down a little bit. And I think, like you say, I think it'll happen.
Yeah.
I think it'll happen, people. It'll happen.
I agree.
And I'll agree with you, Billy. I'll go with you on that one as well. It's going to be brinkmanship. And, I think, take them over and take Baby and Charles part of the deal, maybe. I don't think Baby Charles is going to be dealing in the summer. I'm just kind of not seeing that. I think he wants to win himself, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you. Agree with that as well.
I mean, he's not going to get. I mean, when I watched him play against Cambridge, I think his heart wasn't in it.
No. It's like I was telling Billy about ASM. I think ASM has down tools.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. And the thing is, I when I spoke with Holly yesterday about ASM, and we said who's the better player, ASM or Adama Traore, yeah? I would say just ASM, because Adama Traore, right, he's got pace. That's about it. He's just limiting sprint at people. He's just using Bolt in the cut. That's all he is. He's just using Bolt in the cut. You know what I mean? And with ASM, I'll pick him just. But in my opinion, I say, A, drop him, right? And B, if he doesn't perform, just get him out. But here's the question to you, I'll turn it on you, right? Which big club's after him right now? I'll ask you that question now. Who's after him?
No one.
No one.
No one's
Yeah,
after
no
him.
one.
No.
Because
And there's the reason.
because I'll find him a bit like Mo Salah. He's selfish, but Mo Salah can score. ASM can't score.
That's the difference. Finishing product, isn't it, Ruby? I mean, Salah's got all the finishing products in the world. ASM got none, and that's the huge difference between the two of them.
Definitely.
I'd even say that ASM's got more skill than Mo Salah. But when it comes to that final product, getting the ball in the net, it's not even a question. I'd say ASM's a far more skillful player than Mo Salah. I would, honestly. But where you want him to be and what final product, Mo Salah absolutely marmalises ASM. And let's be honest, most Premier League strikers do, because forwards do, because there's no end product with ASM at all.
No, it's not. It's not.
I just think when Cabbage Head, as Dan calls him, as I've got to call him now because of John. Like as Dan said earlier, like he was Cabbage Head's puppet.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah,
it's a puppet to him, and
absolutely.
Like before he was there, when Rafa Benitez was ASM there when Rafa Benitez was there?
No,
he wasn't
No.
there. Oh.
No, they were trying to put ASM and Joe Linton onto Rafa Benitez. Rafa Benitez didn't want any of it. He wanted to buy his own players, and that's one of the reasons why he left. That's why he wouldn't sign a new contract. That was one of the major reasons. Guys, I'm going to have to look at the league. I've got things to do. But
Daniel,
I've got my
Daniel,
son.
I've got to go as well, mate. I'll see you later.
All right, mate.
Thanks for having me, Dan.
You take care, Annie. Take care. So,
Yeah,
See you,
guys.
John. See you, Ruby. See you, Daniel.
See you later.
See you, baby.
I was going to say, I'll go to the press conference reaction tonight. It's going to be pretty late.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a late show, but I don't know. Could be about 10, half 10. But will I still get? Do you think I still got a few viewers at 10:30? If I did it,
I'll still be up.
or
Well, I'm surprised,
or will I do it in the
really.
morning? Let's do it 10. Yeah, I might, or I'll just do it 10 o'clock in the morning, something like that.
You see, with the press conference, Eddie Howe says that they're still looking, but there's nobody close at the minute.
Well, what do you mean?
Right.
What do you mean?
Fair
No.
We're
Fair enough.
still looking for players, but there's nothing in the pipeline at the minute.
Well, Liverpool need
Sure.
signings, especially now that Mane and Salah have gone for the AFCON. Like, we are very limited now on attacking players. Like Origi, he's just slightly coming back to training, as I've as I've heard. Like he's the only attacking player that we're missing through injury, and I'm not being funny, but Firmino and Minamino, they're not really that trustworthy at the moment, especially Minamino. Like he done better than what he did last season, but he's just not cutting it for me, to be honest. Same as Firmino.
What formation do you think will play tomorrow, John?
Oh well, the midfield sort of worrying us big time. You know what I mean? So I would love to say 4-2-3-1 with Shelby Jordan the holding role. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll play Ryan Fairs on the right, Murphy on the left, ASM as a 10, I guess. But you need to fix up very, very quickly. And I'll play the big guy up front, Chris Wood.
Yeah, because everybody was saying about ASM that every club now knows what he's going to do now, which is true.
What's that?
I'll agree.
You know,
just mark him down. You get two defenders on him, then they close him down. Then what he either does a bad touch play, kick up a goal kick, or he loses the ball so easily, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He needs to give the back. He needs to release that bar. He needs to, pass the ball and also play as a team. And Eddie Howe must be thinking, listen, I think he needs to calm it down a bit here, like, you know what I mean? Because we're the relegation dogfight, guys. Let's be real.
Yeah.
We haven't got time for chicks and flicks. We've got no time for chicks and flicks, right?
No.
And if you're going to do that, go for the Harlem Globetrotters team can do that, but do not go for Newcastle. We haven't got time for that. We are the relegation dogfight. We need wins. We need battlers, scrappers a lot. We haven't got time for chicks and flicks. Do any 4 final up, but don't do it with that relegation, people.
Yeah.
I just find that he's a bit too scared to pass the ball. Like I watched the highlights.
That's the thing.
And he just looks scared to pass and to try to score. Just like
I see. I don't get that on me.
just like Rashford against who was it? Who was it they played in the FA Cup? Villa. Yeah, like Rashford, he had a clear chance to score, and he didn't bother. He just did not bother. Like the ball passed through him, he just didn't shoot. I'm like, any player, even in like the non-league, they could score that, but he just didn't.
No,
he just didn't bother. I'm just like, what's the point of being in a football team? You just open net, and you're not going to go for it. I find that's a bit like ASM. He's too scared.
Yeah, and all of that, people. I mean, he's down tools as well. Someone said earlier on that he's down tools. He's still invested. He just don't want to be there. Sort of thing. You know what I mean? He's basically saying, I don't want to be up for the fight. I do not want to be for the fight in Newcastle. You know what I mean? So if that is the case, get someone who's going to be up for the fight. Sell him on, right? Send him to a club where they're going to appreciate his talents. But unfortunately, no one ain't after him. And another thing is, guys, he's on to like £75,000 a week. And they're not going to pay that sort of wages to him at the moment.
Well, I made a trick for him last season. He goes to the fans, I like being here, but next season I don't want to be in a relegation battle. Well, tough shit, you're here.
You haven't got a choice.
Exactly.
Pretty much. He hasn't got a choice. Like Newcastle knew they were going to be in a relegation battle even before the season started because of how damaged the club was, and Cabbage Head being in there. Newcastle fans knew straight away they were going to be in a relegation battle. Like the squad is just not good enough. Like,
Oh, dude, yeah. We are absolutely. Listen, get a little bit better. We're not winning games. And we have got to start winning games. Tomorrow, guys, it's got to be the biggest game of the season. They have got to win this game. No ifs, no buts. This is do or die for Newcastle. And this game going to get us relegated. But I can tell you right now, it will get so damn hard.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's like I told Billy, the bottom 6 clubs are only separated by 8 points.
like a couple of weeks ago, when Kieran played on his debut, and he was like clapping all the fans, but the rest of the team they just fucked off. I'm like, that. How fucking rude is that?
Willock. That was Willock. Who
it was Kieran Trippier.
No,
Willock stormed off.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it's Willock.
Oh, it was pretty much the whole team.
What you did, it's shocking. What he did, I mean, that to me, it just don't want to be at Newcastle. You know what I mean? They got no care in the world. And I tell you what, that's shocking. I said this before I go, right, obviously you got to close the show. If 52,000 people don't motivate us, what will?
Yeah, why go to another club where you just gonna be like, oh, fuck this club, like I'm not gonna bother celebrating with the team or whatever, and then storm off the fucking pitch. Like that just sees that player being disrespectful to the club.
Because everybody knows that Willock was playing for a contract.
Yeah. To be honest, in my eyes, he should have just stayed at Arsenal. Jay Willock should have just stayed at Arsenal.
He should have done. Yeah, he should have done. I mean, Arteta was smart, by the way. He's saying, you know what? Yo, I'm not going to give you a new contract. Get stuff. Yeah? You're going to Newcastle. And then he's playing like, he's not the Joe Willock I know. I think he changed his name to Joe Pillock. To be honest.
Yeah.
That's what he is at the moment.
Yeah, he is. He is, mate. He is.
Like, to be honest,
I tell you straight.
Like, what was I going to say?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Joe Willock, like, he was class. He was doing fucking amazing at Arsenal. And now all of a sudden, Arsenal get rid of him. Like, was there something wrong there? Like, did he not want to sign a new contract at Arsenal? Like, I just think he was overhyped, if you know what I mean. Like, a lot of Arsenal fans overhype on their young players.
Yeah. Yeah, but we all know though that Joe Willock was Bruce.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
Yeah, I just think he's overhyped. Like, everything about him. I do not rate him a good player at all. Like, as I said, like, he shouldn't have left Arsenal. If he stayed at Arsenal, he'd probably be in the first team, like ahead of Xhaka.
Right, I've got some stats here for the game tomorrow. J7 against Musa Sissoko. Right, 13 starts against 16. That's J7 against Sissoko. Jules won 129 for J7 to Musa's 67. Key passes are 14 each. Tackles per game for J7 is 1.7. For Musa is 0.9. Touches per game. J7 is 43. Musa's 45. Interceptions is 90 for J7, 16 for Musa. And the 50-50, it's 54 for J7 and 31 for Musa. So that goes to show you how much J7 has blossomed under Howe.
Yeah, because it
That-
seems like
And it's that.
Jolton is more of a midfielder now than he was at
Yeah.
left winger or striker. It
Um,
seems,
we never brought him in as a striker.
but you know that he's played as a striker, but never actually blossomed as a striker. But he's been played more with Cabbage Head. He was more as a left winger, or was he attacking mid?
He was more of an up front centre forward under Head, but under Howe,
He's been played as a midfielder.
Yeah, which suits him well.
Yeah, because he seems like a completely different player in midfield.
Oh yeah, he is.
Completely different.
You know, you know, certain players under certain managers can shine.
Yeah, play better. It's exactly the same with Coutinho. Look at him.
Yeah.
If he stayed at Liverpool, you would have had a statue of him. Go to Barcelona.
It
would have
looks
been just
rather
another
grey outside there, John.
Oh no.
It looks rather cloudy, mate.
In a minute.
All I can see is your bright teeth, mate.
Can't you? Well, I'm going to get myself away then, mate. If that's the case, I better get myself away because I'm actually driving and I'll get myself
mate.
wrong when I sort of thing. So, but thanks for the comments. I don't worry that. Thanks for having us on, though, and I'll catch up soon.
Well, buddy, see you in a bit,
no
mate.
problem. Yeah, catch you later.
See you, buddy. See you after.
Bye, mate.
See you later.
Wow.
There we go. That was Mr. Legend himself, John
Yep.
Sinclair. That's the most people I've had in my live streams.
About 6, 5 or
5.
No, 5, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to ask for help as well from Paul, I think, to help me get this background as an actual background on StreamYard as well. Try to get it behind this black bit here. Try and see if I can get it as a background, or ask Senior Jack to try and help me. But I'd rather try and do it myself. But
well, yeah, you have got to learn to do it yourself.
Yeah.
I do try, but I'm just I can't figure out where the fuck it is and everything.
No.
So. Well, Jack is in Discord if you want to come join after your stream.
Send him an invite to this if you want.
I don't think he wants to.
Send him the link. Be all right.
Well, the link's in the chat. So, Jack, if you want to come join, you can come join.
You're more than welcome, buddy.
If he's even there.
How's his foot today?
He said it's a little bit better, but he's on some medicine, and he's probably gone to sleep actually, because the medicine he's on is completely knocked him out.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because Barry was going to come on today, but he had family issues, so.
Well, I got fucking family issues today.
So we are Billy to come on and help me out, and we done pretty well. Me and Billy, a bit of banter, went through the old transfer rumours. But guys, please do like and subscribe, guys. It costs you nothing to subscribe.
Not like Twitch, anyway.
Tell me about it.
But yeah, I've got some terrible news to say. Not on stream. I'll say it to you in Discord because it's more personal.
if I think you know what you're going to say, then yeah, I've got a pretty good estimate what you're going to say.
Yeah. Well, it was last night and today, so
It was basically on the cards.
what do you mean on the cards?
Whatever. Hey, by the way, who you play Phasmo with last night?
MJ.
No.
Just me and MJ.
Did you
I
die
died.
much?
Yeah, died twice. First game I fucking died, and MJ was in the fucking van as usual.
Oh, what's new there? He's always in the bloody van.
We was trying to get George in last night, but yeah,
He was being a wuss as always,
yeah,
like me.
pretty much, yeah. But yeah, we are in voice chat if you want to come chat.
Yeah, I better load up Discord actually. Load up the other bit as well. Steam as well. This stream has gone quite well today actually.
Yeah, nearly 3 hours.
Yeah. Oh, Power Wash has just got an update.
Is it? Fucking hell. I don't think I've
Did
ever
it?
seen an update for Power. No.
Was it Power Wash? I don't think. No. No, it wasn't an update. Okay.
I was going to say.
Go on.
Me and MJ got Ranch Simulator downloaded again. If you want to download it and come join us at some point.
I never got rid of it.
Oh. Well, me and MJ did.
I've just got all the updates for it.
Yeah, we was going to play it last night, but we decided to play some Phasmo instead.
Yeah.
Phasmo seemed a little bit more enjoyable, especially as I had the music box last night.
Oh no!
I had, we had, what was the first one?
Tarot cards?
No, didn't have any of those. The first one we couldn't find. Second one, we had the summoning circle.
Oh, Jack is actually watching the stream
Yeah, but I don't think he's actually there though.
in Discord.
And then the last one, we had the music box. I was really hoping MJ would have been in the fucking house, but he wasn't.
Oh, you know MJ.
Yeah. but yeah, when you join, I'll tell you what's going on. It's really fucking emotional for me right now, and for my mum. Well, for all of us, really. Nothing to do with Tara. I'll say that.
Well, nothing else happening at the minute on Twitter. No, not on Twitter. Billy's going to try and get my name out there on Twitter still, which will help me get to get some more people involved.
Oh, did you hear about Formula One? About the last race incident? They're going to review it. They're going to review it in February.
Yeah, because there's a new man in charge, isn't there now?
Yeah, and he's going to review it, and I hope that they get rid of Michael Massey. I fucking hope so.
Well, it's not that because they should have. What they were saying was they were going to leave the safety car out all the way.
Yeah, Abu Dhabi GP controversy rumbles on with F1 race director Michael Massey's future is in the spotlight.
Yeah, because he broke his own fucking rules.
Yeah.
He broke his own bloody rules, mate.
The FIA holding an inquiry into the events of Abu Dhabi, having said the fallout is tarnishing the image of the championship. Massi's future ahead of the 2022 season remains one of the biggest unanswered questions after the race directors heavily criticised handling of the late safety car period.
That's true.
If the FIA and F1 want Michael Massey to stay, and if Michael Massey wants to stay, he's clearly got one life left. So I don't know if that's attainable all round. But they're saying changing Michael Massey will not fix the problem.
No, it won't do. It won't do because of he's got all the fucking power.
Yep.
He's got all the power at the minute. While he's got all the fucking power there, he's going to be fucking building it towards fucking Red Bull. Red Bull are going to be his fucking baby at the minute, isn't it? Everybody knows that. Right, let's end it here. Don't forget, guys, please do like and subscribe. If you've got any comments, please leave them down below. I will try and reply to them.
All right, so yeah, I'll see you in Discord.
All right, mate. Right, guys, let me just go back to that one. Right, guys, I will. Yeah, so tomorrow, guys. Oh shit, I'm too far over with the camera. It's the camera's fault, really. Yeah, guys, I'll go live for a little bit more if anybody wants to come in, guys. The link is still in the in the chat. Just come out and have a few words, guys. I will see you in the waiting room. Come and have your say, guys. I'll do my score prediction now, guys, for the game tomorrow. I'm going to say 3-0 to the Toon Army, guys. To the Toon Army. I might try and do a watch along live tomorrow, guys. See how I feel. But thanks to Billy, mate, Billy at World of Sport TV, guys. Thanks to Annie. Thanks to the legend that is John Sinclair for coming in, guys. Thanks for Ruby to coming in as well. Thanks, bro, for your support, mate. Thanks for all the chat, guys. Please do like, subscribe, and share, guys. It helps me out a lot, guys. Like I said, this is a journey. My journey is to 50 subscribers, and then we'll go from there, guys. If I can hit 50, guys, I will be more than happy with that for a start. It's going to get me on the way to. Then we'll work our way from there, guys, to 50 subscribers. If I can hit 50 subscribers by the end of this transfer window, guys, I will be very, very happy with that, guys. I will be very happy with that. So yes, guys, I'm going to end it there, guys. Hopefully, I will be doing a watch along tomorrow, guys. So until then, guys, I will see you all hopefully tomorrow for a watch along. Peace out, guys, and laters.